Greetings, friends. Welcome to Monday, April 25th edition of Howard Stern Today. Tonight, I am joined by Mr. Green Screen himself, Jackie Chair, Dennis, and I'm assuming some lawyer on the bottom right-hand side called Freelance Roustabout.
No.
Course,
He's a estate manager.
Oh,
He's
okay.
an estate manager, which is a very big deal according to G Canada. You have to go to major school for it. Hello, love.
Okay, so what we're going to do today is...
Well, hello, everybody.
What we're going to do today is we're going to talk a little bit about...
Wait, Monique, I'm sorry. Dennis, show everybody Harvey Weinstein.
Could I just do an opening? Can I just do...
F you and your openings.
Is it possible
Rachel
for me to do an opening?
I'm sorry. You're right. Go.
Is it possible just for a moment? So... Oh, fuck it. I don't care. I don't even care. We're a little late today because I realized that my mouse was down to like 4% or 5%, and I had to charge it for a little bit before we could come on air. And since I don't have a battery-charged mouse, like some nerdlesteins who use IBM computers, I, in fact...
IBM?
Jeff Schick, baby.
Whatever. Dell.
Lotus Notes.
Whatever the hell it is that you guys use. So, yeah, so like that. So... I know, I missed everybody. So we did a show last week, which I thought was really, really good about the Columbine incident, because the anniversary was last week. It was last week, right, already?
Yeah,
it was last week.
Yeah,
Wednesday
and
Thursday.
so I enjoyed that. John is punchy from 8 hours of court talk, absolutely. And no, here's the funny thing about John, ready? He continues to send me more clips because he wants this show to be like 3 hours long. I don't know how you do it. I really
couldn't
don't know how you do
handle.
it.
What you told me about today, I couldn't handle. So I made a clip of Howard kissing Depp's ass for 2 minutes straight in 2001.
I have that one.
And then a very nice surprise for you at the end from Opie and Jackie.
Oh, I have those up, so
Yeah,
we will do
like
that
it.
when we clean out the computer. Which they're really not cleaning out the
Monique.
computer because they're recent, but
Well, I'm sorry. While she's here, Katie Aldana, thank you so much for volunteering to go to the Fairfax court. She's going to sit in the court. She lives 20 minutes, half hour away from the Fairfax court.
are they
She's gonna
allowing
sit-
people in?
Yeah, especially Katie. Yeah. You have to just wait a
Especially
little
Katie.
while. So she's gonna wear a RadioGunk T-shirt. She volunteered to do that, and a Deppening T-shirt in the actual court.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Oh,
she
dear
decided to get a
God.
Gunk tattoo on one side and a Deppening
Yes.
tattoo on the other.
Yes.
So
All right.
Katie Aldana is awesome. All right, so a lot of kind of weird things went on today. I thought it was going to be like a complete non-show because
You right, Monique? She froze.
She froze.
More
It
frozen.
was such
than,
it was so traumatic.
Anyway, it
She
looks like the
froze.
Nets are not
Captain
going to
Cold.
advance past the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, well, they're waiting.
He goes
She came
right
back.
Yeah, you know,
So,
I mean,
she's
Kevin
his
is just
usual-
completely defeated.
Monique, you're
Kinda
right.
there.
what happened?
You did a Ben
I don't
Simmons.
know, you kinda
froze
went like-
yourself out of the offense.
And then it disappeared for a few minutes.
Yeah,
Or a
I'm
second.
seeing. Okay, so
You
I
were kind
saw-
of like Sam J. Jones at the end of Flash, Gordon.
I don't know what to do
It's
anymore.
like the end of
you know?
Police Squad. Yeah.
Everywhere that I go, everywhere that I call
Full House
home
theme
is
song.
like fucking Baghdad. So
Oh, we've been fine. So we got little hiccups today. Who gives a shit?
I don't care. I'm glad Bon Jovi.
Hey, listen, it could be worse. We could have one person show up and then cancel the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap on Shuli.
Surely. Excuse me.
Well, I mean, we all can't do
I mean, that's the
bowling
standard
alleys.
of failure that we are measured against. So we're fine.
Wait a minute. Is that the guy who finished behind Joey Boots and Chauncey in the Wind Stuttering Johns contest?
Probably.
That's the guy.
Yes.
That's the guy who waited on hold 6 hours a day for 10 years.
Yes.
In the early
Yes.
2000s.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the same guy.
Hey,
He's doing wonderful now, I hear.
he's the king of bowling.
But by
alleys.
all means,
I
go on
understand.
other podcasts and shit talk us with your fucking one person buying a ticket.
Monique has no life. He's on hold for 5 hours a day for 10 years straight. In Vegas time, even worse. 3
Yeah.
in the morning. You piece
You
of
know what?
shit.
I didn't listen to anything Shuli related because I don't care enough.
We don't care. We just no, but you know.
I like mocking him. That's about it.
So does
Yes, of course, and that's what we do so well.
12 hours of shows doing it.
And I enjoy doing that, and I think that we will continue to do that without giving any
We're not.
purchase or recourse.
It's like trying to give something oxygen on
diatribes
Mars.
on other shows.
Shuli Purchase, my favorite college. that's really Nick String.
Wow.
Okay, so today's show started off kind of curiously with this bizarre little intro.
Howard Stern never
I
stops.
hate the chick doing that. Can we find out who the chick is
Good
doing
morning
that?
and welcome to another exciting Howard Stern show. I'm comedian Gilbert Gottfried. I have to say comedian Gilbert Gottfried because if you just heard my act, you'd never know. Anyway, I'm a famous comedian and I love this show. I live for this show. When I'm not on, I can't listen to this show because I love it so much, I'd be jealous of anybody else who's on this show. Hey, are you awake yet? Look, the only reason they asked me to read this show open is because I have a voice that's more annoying than an alarm clock. I'm more annoying than a rooster. I'm more annoying than a garbage truck going in front of your house and banging the cans on the street while you're trying to sleep. Anyway, here's Howard Stern.
So that's what the show started with this morning.
Yeah, I almost took my I used my phone to listen, and I almost threw it across the room.
I know. I mean,
Seriously, it
the
made me
balls
really
on
angry.
him. The
Well,
balls on
I
him
said
to
that
capitalize on
I
the
said
dead
it
man.
before we went off the air a couple of weeks ago that they're gonna fucking exploit the shit out of him.
And
Yeah,
they
but
did.
you guys, you're not giving me enough credit because you know the $8,000 Howard made off that intro is going right to Gilbert's favorite charity.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we are only a month or two away. Well, September will bring the Gilbert puppet or something like that from Fred.
Oh my
Watch.
God, yes.
Watch. Or
I just
you know,
said, when he was on vacation last week, they were capitalizing on him as well by
100%.
doing like this
Never-
101
yeah.
show,
This
which
is
was, I guess, all Gilbert all the time. I'm not even really sure.
Chickle, spot on.
It
Never
was.
has that Will Smith thing
just
been more apt
classic
than now.
exploiting someone's death that you had ghosted for 12 years.
Yes.
Was it 12?
It's about a decade, give or take.
He thinks
we'll
no
call it
one
that.
remembers what he did. The people still listening to that show probably don't know Gilbert or the history.
No, I
That's
agree
probably
with that. I
true.
don't think anybody listening anymore knows anything about.
Because if you recall, when Gilbert died, Howard was trending that day because
Yes.
a lot of people were posting clips of Gilbert. And you know what? For a while there, he was synonymous with the Stern Show. I'll give you that completely.
He still kind of is. I mean,
and he still kind of is. But
He is
but
the very antithesis of what this show is now. Gilbert is the very
100%.
everything he is. The I don't give a shit. You can't cancel him. He's the very antithesis of what Howard is now and
Yeah.
this show.
Yeah, and then
everything
Stern
right about it
forgets
was Gilbert.
that we don't forget. That's the
Right.
thing. He forgets that we don't forget.
At this point, Gilbert is as relevant to the Stern Show as it playing one of those MGM Tom and Jerry cartoons before a snuff film.
I know you love snuff films.
One of those Mexican beheading
They
videos.
used to play like cartoons.
What,
You know,
babe?
the thing is, why every time does he have to use every piece of sinew of the
Yes.
of the
Ooh,
freaking
yes.
Dennis.
buffalo? Every piece of
I
sinew.
got a sinew right here, pal. Nice.
Yeah, well, right here. No, I mean it's really. I mean, this was giant balls. I mean, this was balls like
But
on a level that
Is it really
should not
it's
have happened.
disgusting?
It's
Was
reachable.
it really surprising to anybody? Come on.
No.
Not really,
No.
but it was
No.
still.
That's right. What do you
I mean,
expect?
It's like you would assume they wouldn't have the nerve to do something like that, but here they are. They don't give a fuck.
Oh no, obviously they don't. You know, if you hear the content of the show, they don't care.
Wait a minute, Farmer Justin. What are you talking about? Our Benjamin was banned from Twitter?
Really?
Better reach out to Elon and get him back on there.
Are you kidding?
It's
I had
Benjamin.
no
It's
idea.
Benjamin with an E for some reason.
Yeah, it
It's
is
not-
Benjamin.
I don't
It is
know, it's
Benjamin.
got me.
I didn't know that he was banned from Twitter.
That's hardcore. Well,
That is
Farmer Justin,
hardcore.
do you know what the tweet is? You know, the nature of it, or blah blah blah. Give
Yeah,
any
Farmer
insight on
Justin,
it?
if you could give us more
something.
details on that. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him around in a while. And that amazes me because Bring Back Jackie is
Oh
brutal.
my God.
He's,
He
and he,
is
he
genius.
tweets during the fucking the
Bring Back
memory
Jackie is
lanes.
genius, man.
The replays. He doesn't even when he's off, he tweets. He listens to the fucking
Benjamin
crappy replays.
Benjamin McInnes. Exactly. That's exactly. That's the
Two
problem,
master.
unfortunately.
Hey, Ben,
Benjamin does have a political bent towards him, which probably gets him in a little bit of
Not
trouble.
really. I think everybody
Well,
takes it the
yes.
wrong
If
way.
you follow his Twitter, yes, absolutely. It's very.
gets
I think
very
everybody
Alex
takes it the wrong
Jonesy,
way.
Dennis.
Everybody's very woke.
It's going down an Alex Jones route, Dennis. It's not cute. It's not. It's where
Yes, that's true.
in this landscape you can easily flag it, and he should know better that it's going that way. If anybody should.
He should know better,
Well,
and
all that will
he of all
change
people
soon,
should know better.
So that's okay.
What's
you
that
know what?
do?
I don't know that it will actually.
think
You know,
it will.
I think this purchase is going to bite Elon in the ass. I gotta,
Yeah, he has
you
more
know,
money
a
to
lot of
care
people
about.
love
Amber
to
Heard
say. A lot of people love to come out and say, "Oh, you know, we're going to have a place with no holds barred, and it's not going to be moderated." And blah, blah, blah. It never
It's
works
for you.
out.
It's free speech for you. It's just what we said about
Free
Howard
for
in
me and not
2000.
for thee.
Exactly.
That's the way it works,
Well,
but
we'll
it
see how it
never
works. We'll see
works
how it
out.
works. It can't be any worse than it was, because it really was.
But it
really is.
never works out to be
it's a
free
set- it
speech
was a
because free speech
cesspool.
isn't free. It's just not.
They own
does
it,
not.
Dennis. They can do whatever they want. They can
Well,
whack
it's
you. It's
private
not your
now.
birthright to be on Twitter. I mean, it never
Oh, no,
was.
it's
Though. They
just-
can do whatever
I'm
they
just-
want.
let's just
It's
go
like
back
someone
to
can
the Stern-
fire
let's go
you
back
for
to the
thinking
Stern
you're a
show. We're
creep.
taking a very
Gee,
weird
Canada, you're so
turn here.
cute. It's 44 billion.
Yeah, billion. With a
Billion, not million.
Hey,
billion.
way over
Doc-
Well,
Dr.
the
Evil
guy's
Italian.
worth the guy's worth like 250 billion.
Yes. Yes. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. And okay, whatever. Take it private, knock yourself out, and we'll see how that works out for you.
MySpace.
Yeah, my face. My face.
face.
Anyway,
Dennis-
whatever.
Dennis and King Norris.
So-
You know what? I want to thank Elon for saving me so much money on electricity.
Yeah, this is true.
Yes.
I listen. I was the first one to post a thread. Elon Musk is you know, my superhero. I always thought that he was, and everybody ripped me a new asshole for it. But
Dude.
you know what? Sometimes he knows what he's doing. Not when it comes to Amber Heard, however, Johnny.
Well, you know, hey, we all have
Speaking
our
of biting
weak
you in the
spots.
ass.
Exactly. That's right. 44 million only gets you,
You know
an
what?
oceanfront mansion.
Listen,
It's-
the only
it's
the
te- it's
last
Teflon
word
Musk
we will
on
say
Depp.
about Elon is please buy our fucking site. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Maybe like
make
twice
us
the
really
amount
that.
it's
It's
worth.
surprisingly cheap compared to what Twitter. That's
So
all I'm
he
gonna
can
say,
get us for one, right? He gets for 1 billion, right?
bro. I
Just
couldn't
one.
say yes quick enough.
You know how much Elon Musk loves Gary Puppet, right? I mean, I think
Exactly.
Exactly.
Please.
Okay, so
I'm tired of being poor.
so Howard went on to talk about his glasses. Now, I'm not really sure if anything was posted on Twitter from the Stern Show today, or actually from on YouTube. So let's take a look.
Let's
see
go
so
see
we
what,
can.
what this is all about.
Yeah, because two things. One, we could see if he's still in Florida, because I know that was a point of contention today, and
I think
also
he
whether
is.
or not he has his ugly glasses on. So let's take a look. See
Why
him.
wouldn't he be in Florida? Still in Florida?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's getting hot down here. Yeah,
Yeah, but he's in air conditioning, 19,000 square feet.
You think he ever
Tiger
leaves the
Legos.
fucking one room?
no.
I
That's
want to
true.
thank everybody in the chat for the Deppening today. You guys are amazing. I laughed my ass off for 3 hours. We have the best posters. I sat there just cackling. It's at the back and forth. It's so good. We're
They
so
are the
lucky.
hardcore of the hardcore.
And here, it's just, there's no us without that chat. And sometimes it's better than the goddamn show. They had me cracking up today. Tiger Lily goes, "Yeah, welcome to the South, Monique." Talking about
What are you talking about? Oh, my internet? Yeah,
it's
of
just
course.
everything. Just everything. Yeah, I think it's just everything.
Okay, so there's nothing from today's show on today, so let's move on.
Oh, wait, hold on. So this is what. Let's see if I get a picture up. Because I was thinking about the glasses, and I kept on thinking about Seinfeld's dad, Morty. Hold on.
Oh,
Let me see if
yeah,
I can
yeah,
share- Let me
yeah,
see if I
yeah.
can share. Let me see if I can
Everything's
share
a
this.
Seinfeld reference.
Tell me
Of
when.
course.
Barney Martin,
Tell me when, and I'll pull
on
it
the
up.
pilot of 21 Jump Street. I love that guy. He was a real cop in real life.
Who?
City cop.
That guy?
Barney
Oh, yeah?
Martin, Seinfeld's dad, Barney Martin. He was Depp's partner in the original Jump Street pilot.
Oh, here it is.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Super welter skelter.
See it?
Show your faces.
There it is.
cowards.
That's what I'm picturing these. I'm picturing these. You said a big black with like tinting in them. He is down in Florida now. That's exactly what
I
I'm
love
thinking.
it. Well, it'll be interesting to see what they look like. Thank you so much, Shane. Mo, have you listened
Yes,
to Stuttering
Shane.
John's recent stand-up? Good stuff. No, I have
Everyone's
not.
obsessed with that.
I have not. I'm not. I have zero interest in listening to
Yeah,
that.
you definitely remove yourself from all things like that. You kind of just you.
I
rise
don't.
above.
I don't like to be in other people's beefs. I don't really care to. You know, it doesn't. It does me no good. All it does is
when they
I
go
dig
low,
a hole.
Monique goes high.
That's right. That's right. I don't go high. I just don't go. I don't really care. Dennis, don't you wish Beth would just reach out and touch your hair?
It's so soft.
That's such a.
It's like a
great
kitty
comment.
cat. She'll start purring.
Okay, so we're gonna move on. So he started talking about his glasses, and Robin said she didn't really like them, and then the conversation went into Ralph. So here we go, and let's talk about Howard basically grooming him since high school. Here we go.
Hey,
But I
before
want
we
to
start,
thank Ralph for
pause
really
a second.
Oh
earning
my
his keep.
goodness, what?
Just anybody in the audience, we were debating how old Ralph was when he first started calling. We guessed like 16. Does anybody out there know for sure? I know you guys are pretty fucking spot on with this shit. Anyway,
17 or
press play.
Okay, here we go.
He
Either way.
did a great job picking out those glasses.
Did he ever see them on you and continue this nightmare?
Oh, he was there for the test and everything. He was like,
Oh.
these glasses look good. Let me take some pictures and I'll analyze with my
I don't
stylist
even imagine going
That's
through
how
that.
real
abilities.
speech. He doesn't have to go too far to do that, Ralph.
Yeah, so they're a
maybe,
bust.
maybe he's lost. His run is over.
Maybe. You might be right. You might be right.
You know, time might have gone beyond Ralph's stylistic abilities.
You know what the problem is with Ralph? You know, Ralph's been with me since he graduated high school,
From high school.
Yeah.
basically paying him.
18.
And I don't know, you know, if I stop paying him, I think, you know, he's going to be out on the street.
Could be over for Ralph in lots of ways.
Okay, tell me how Ralph, who's what, 55, 56?
Yes.
He is,
Yes.
yeah, he's north of 55 at this point.
I
Has
think
to
he's
be.
He's
more
been
than
with him
65,
since
Monique.
18 years old. So
Yeah.
35, 6, 7 years? 37 years?
Well, there you go.
Yes.
So,
37, yeah, we'll go with that.
13.
well, here, someone posted his
7 years with
birthday,
Howard.
so
Which is what?
65, so that would make
420,
57.
65. So
57
yeah,
years old.
He just turned 57. 57.
And it was always his,
Yeah, so
his
it's
age
30
was such a
it's
mystery
30
all those years. You remember, he'd never say his age.
39
him
years.
and Benji always
Yeah,
tried to hide
yes,
there.
it was very similar.
39
So,
years. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's a
normal.
long fucking time.
Yeah.
And,
Bro,
and
it's
why,
been a minute.
why would a Howard Stern hire a high school boy
Boy.
to work on his show?
And Howard was how old was Howard at the time? Like almost late 30s,
13.
40s.
He's 13 years older.
He was born in 54, so he's like
He was
35.
31. He was 31.
That's kind of
Around it.
creepy.
You think? Yeah, it may be just
Hey.
slightly creepy.
You know, times will change. People will change.
But if you're a man, be safe, be brave, and above all, be proud to be a boy lover.
I really thought that was Roman Polanski. Like,
Can't
all
get
those
enough of
years.
that.
G Canada 100% just fucking grooming. 100%
Totally.
right.
Totally.
There's
Totally.
zero reason for a 30-something-year-old man to hang out with a teenage boy. There's
I mean,
zero.
put that in civilian society. If your father reached out to a 17-year-old like that, you're like, what the fuck is this? In what
Wait,
other
get-
walk of life does this go?
And remember, within a couple of years, they're in the locked basement with
Yeah,
Yeah.
Closer
yeah,
being
exactly.
played at the top
But
of
give me,
top value.
look,
What
but
ex-
give me exactly what it is that Ralph had to offer. He didn't go to college.
His anal cherry?
He's just no. He's literally just a high school graduate with absolutely no skills, no skill
ga-
set
no
whatsoever.
gag reflex.
And remember what he looked like, too. I mean, he
Do
was
you
pretty
remember on the
disturbing
Ralph
looking.
show? Yeah. Would you remember on the Ralph show? Who was it that found that clip of him on like Jerry Springer or
Oh,
something?
dude, it's like...
God, I forget.
Do you remember when he was dressed in his like two-piece polyester suit?
No, it was Letterman, Monique. It was Letterman.
here's the,
No.
Him
here's
and
the
his
thing about...
yes. It
Yes,
was old
you're
Letterman.
right.
It was him and his friend and fucking Letterman.
Wait a second now. So can we go back a second? How old do you think he was at the time? And do you think Howard got him the tickets?
At that particular time, it was probably 30, 20, 22. It was like late 80s Letterman.
So he was already
when he
working
on
for
12:30.
Howard. Thanks, Sinlu.
Yeah.
Ralph needed a father figure. Yeah,
That's
that's
really
true.
weird, man.
It's
George
it's a
Michael.
little creepy.
It's
so
weird. There's no, like, rational, like...
No.
No. And they,
No.
even if he had some sort of arrested development and shit, to be hanging out with a teenage boy is just kind of weird.
Yeah, like Gary Puppet says here, can you imagine you're Howard's kids and they come home from school and Daddy is posing in ridiculous outfits for Polaroids?
Oh, he got caught by the landscapers doing that.
Yes.
Seriously, in the
Yeah.
backyard. They would like
Shit.
there was a clip I can't remember 96. where they caught him shaving his chest and
Shaving
the
his
backyard
belly.
and shit. Yeah,
By the
that's
bull.
not, and it's no hyperbole.
Okay,
Yeah.
why was a Ralph allegedly doing costumes or makeup or props for SNL during the season? Why would
Oh,
Ralph be
well,
even
Monique-
involved?
No,
How else is he gonna
David, David, no. He was
Come
joking.
on. You know what? How else is he going to give Howard a grazer?
This is 1980. Gilbert was on SNL in this really bad 1980 season. I think he didn't even last the season. That would make Ralph 15.
Yeah, Scary Puppet. If you
Of
can send that
course.
clip to me at radiogunk@gmail.com, just so I can have it to reach out to, just to see what the hell was going on there. Who just mentioned the amber lamp? I just love that so much.
Sorry if I'm louder than
Get
everybody.
KY.
Are you?
I don't know. Someone's already bitching about it.
I don't know.
I'm
Bon
just
Jovi's
talking
on
like I'm
now.
talking.
He'll take care of it.
Like this outside.
He'll take care of it. Bon is on the. Bon is on the.
Is that better?
Bon is, shush. Okay. All right. So let's continue on
Whatever.
about. Here was Robin's question about Ralph.
I mean, I've never seen him have another job, honestly. I mean, maybe he does that he doesn't tell me about, but I don't see any evidence of. Seems to be home
You know,
all the time.
that is the. I can't tell you how many people I have conversations with who
No.
say, "What does Ralph do?"
Well, this very, very unique chatter. Guys, who haven't gone
Wow.
over this 10,000 times. They just
First
read
of all, who the
same
fuck is
tropes
Robin
over-
talking to? She doesn't talk to anybody.
no, of course she
Well,
doesn't.
no, she to Captain Dennis, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that's
maybe the
right.
maid.
Captain
I mean,
Captain Colostomy Bag.
Yeah,
Yeah,
David,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
true. Everybody
Yeah.
in the chat is saying you basically need talent to work on SNL.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's
Why
no
would
way
they-
that he was part of that. I don't think so at all.
I just
Ralph
can
Cirella
imagine.
was on Letterman in 1985. So if he was
Oh my
born in
God.
65, that makes him 20. He's
20.
been working for Howard since he's 18. He was definitely already working for Howard.
Oh my.
How
That's-
weird is that?
That's so
I don't think I
strange.
ever really
Creepy.
put any thought into it, but it's really
And-
kind of creepy.
We can call you, but it would be collect.
Yes.
Between 11 and 2.
Well, if you're a man, be safe, be brave, and above all, be proud to be a boy lover.
Lover.
Oh, God, do I love that. Okay, so then we're going to go on a little
How
bit.
does that not describe Howard? I mean,
Yeah, of
honestly.
It's 100.
Let's
No,
be
no, he's
completely
rigorous.
objective. There's zero part of that doesn't pertain to Howard.
All right, let's continue with the Ralphie thing. Here you go.
Yes.
Be proud.
I don't know. And I told him I think he should write a book because the guy's living a great life. Like he goes every day, he goes to the gym, he eats very good food, he's got a nice apartment.
Your gym. Your
Goes
and
out.
apparently-
I mean, it's not like he's, staying at home and can't spend money. He goes out. He
Buys
goes
toys.
flying all around.
Yeah. Goes to visit his mother in Florida.
Yeah.
He's got a whole life.
Lives with you in Florida. Lives with you.
Can we?
And I don't know how he does it, but God bless him, he's doing it.
He's not telling anyone, but yes, everyone needs to know.
Well, so this was
So-
going on for a while, and
You know,
what?
the I don't know bullshit really doesn't work in this instance. I mean, you've known the guy now for what, 40?
Almost 40 years?
Almost 40 years. And you've been paying him for all that time. Yeah, you know where he makes his money. You know how much money he has.
He's
You
on the
know what he-
112
I mean,
fucking benefit plan. We've seen
Yes,
his name.
he has a retirement plan with 112. It's so silly at this point to see.
It's
There's
Patreon,
nothing-
right, Dennis? You listen, you get stupider, and he
And
keeps
I
thinking how stupid
guarantee-
the audience is.
Tiger is right. I mean, I say this about Robin all the time, and you guys always fight with me
Yeah,
about
but-
her having money.
No,
No
she gets
mortgage,
suckered by
no
everybody.
wife,
No,
no
I
ex,
agree with you. I've always
no
agreed with you.
kids.
I agree.
Anybody would live like a
Yeah.
king if you had
Everyone
no,
wants
like-
everyone to be broke. Why would she be broke? What does she have to do?
Because she
She
gets
has nothing.
suckered by everybody. She gets
No, not
So
to that
everybody
degree,
talks
Dennis.
about the
Robin?
San Simon thing, but I had asked
Brent.
Brent about that, and he said no, he didn't think at all that Sam Simon left him any money because Sam was very benevolent with kids and animals.
Animals.
Jennifer
And he
Tilly.
wasn't really big
Jennifer
on,
Tilly.
maybe he gave him while he was still alive, but I don't think Ralph is living high on the hog.
He gave
off
him
of
about 8 inches in the ass.
Sam Simon money. I don't think that's what he's got going
He's a
on.
weird cat, that Sam Simon. David Monique says, by the way, David, you could be like Danny Elfman and Benjamin had a kid. You could be the next Benjamin with your composing skills. Ralph called out. Is this today? I didn't listen to this. Ralph called Howard out asking why it took so long for him to come up with an insult, not realizing the panel was writing for him. Was that today, Monique?
I don't know what we're talking about. I didn't realize the context
that
of that.
was today.
That's today,
Dennis?
Dennis?
That was one of the 2 times that Ralph
Okay.
called in today.
And
From
what
the
happened?
other room in the mansion.
Apparently, Ralph is, I don't know, they were going back and forth, and Ralph's like, why does it take you so long to come up with an insult? So Howard's staring at the screen, and no one's writing shit for him, and he paused. I guess I didn't listen to the show. It's so predictable, I can just picture what happened.
When you record it and you watch the lines, it's great to watch the silence because it's
Oh,
just
I know.
big dead line.
Oh, I love
I
the
know.
silence. Then nothing
Yeah.
makes me
Keeps
happier. I
going,
love to leave
like-
it in too.
And the fact that his writers are what 1,000 miles away.
Yeah.
You could almost hear like the dial up.
So true. Okay, so then here's
Then you
here
see the
is
joke.
how we're talking about trying to keep Ralph busy during the quarantine.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and he's always talking about investing, and I mean, you don't ask.
And if you
Don't ask.
ask him to
No,
do
no.
something, as
Ask.
well,
You
I
have 4
got
hours.
projects.
We're
What
asking.
projects?
He's always busy. I hadn't asked him to do anything in 2 years, and then suddenly I said, he told me he's busy. It was a Sunday, he couldn't work.
That fake
But
laugh.
you know, I love the
Wow,
boy,
that's-
so whatever.
Yes,
no,
yes,
no,
you
he's
do.
been
I
more
love the boy.
actually
You love the
doing a lot of work for me.
57-year-old
I've been
boy.
cleaning
I love
out the
the boy.
closet and getting some sprucing up my look. So
What?
Because
For
he
what?
cleaned out one closet, so Ralph is helping him with that. And then Ralph has
Hence-
to be in charge of getting him glasses. Like anything to use somebody else to do regular, normal human being chores is what Howard is all about.
Yep.
This is what money buys you. Money buys you the ability to never have to lift a finger again.
He's a veal.
never
I mean,
have
you had
to-
you had the greatest
He
word
is.
ever.
He's the veal's veal.
He's
Yep.
the veal's veal.
But you know,
He really is.
But I mean, honestly, Ralph is staying there. I mean, if
Yeah.
it wasn't more evident that he's staying there, I mean, the place is enormous. So I mean, you know, it's just that maybe that's why Beefus was so nervous about its parents staying over because Ralph's
There's
there.
no
Well, Monique's-
fucking way Ralph
Monique's
was
got
there
a
when
better
his...
theory about that. Tell
Yeah.
the theory, Monique.
Which-
You haven't
what?
said it yet.
Oh.
The Beth's parents.
What about
What's
him?
the theory? Somebody told you about what happened. What argument did they get
because of
into?
the-
Oh, because they're
Political-
Trumpers.
Right.
They're Trumpers.
Yes.
And so Howard got into a huge fight with them. And that's why Beth didn't want them over the next day. And then, of course, I had to look it up and see that he is, in fact, a registered Republican
Wow,
in
how'd
Florida.
you do that? You can do that?
Of course I can.
Look at you. I'm so
And,
proud of you. You know, I realize this.
And I bet you that Howard had a little scuffle with them, and that's why Beth was like, "Oh, I really don't want them here," and that's the only thing
Poor
I could
Pete.
possibly think of that would be.
You are spot on, Monique.
Yeah, I think
There's
it's
a
the
whole
truth.
there's a whole enclave of sort of, and I don't want to. I'm not even trying to get political here, but is it that generation? He is from a football head, late '70s. His best friend is Mike Ditka, who's a crazy right-wing nut, and that's the ilk they come from, and that generation, and that's a different Republican than the ones you see
But
now.
he will fight
There's a-
you.
yeah.
If Howard says anything that's to the contrary, I'm sure the guy will fight you.
Well,
Mr.
he's also a
Ostrowski.
grown
Yeah, I
man
agree.
that's 80 years old. I mean,
Well, yeah, then the 80-year-old is also the guy who sees you eating a Happy Meal and says, ain't you going to get fat with that, sweetie? They don't give a fuck
exactly.
what they say.
So,
Because
but,
nobody's going to come back at them.
But Ralph is definitely staying there.
But
There's
I
enough room.
definitely do not think that. There is
Oh,
no
I do.
way that
I'm
Beth's whole
100%.
family is there. There's no way he's staying there.
That
And
place is
Barbados.
19,000 square feet.
Who gives
It's
a
like
shit?
a hotel.
There's
It's a
no way.
hotel.
You do know that Ralph is like basically banned from his homes after vomiting and trying
That's
to
what
like
he
wash
says.
his
That's what
clothes.
he
That's
tells
what he
you.
says.
That's what he
When he
tells-
cleaned out closets, you have to be in your house to do that.
I agree, Dennis.
You have to be there.
Vanity,
You have to be-
vanity, and his look is the thing he cares about the most.
The vanity.
It's all about the vanity. I really do.
This visual is killing me. Ralph was walking around Pelican's house in his underwear throwing Oh, that's delicious. That is a delicious visual. I love everything about it. Thank you for that. Okay, you guys, you can all say Ralph's there, but I really don't think that Beth likes having him around. I got to be honest with you.
She
I don't
does.
But
Listen,
you're not
he's there.
around. There's a whole.
It's
you know-
19,000 square
Yeah.
feet. Trust me, you could not see the person all day long. It is a hotel. I mean, literally, the place is a hotel.
Yeah.
disappear for
He
days.
owns the Tropic of Capricorn, for Christ's sake.
Exactly.
Hold on. Sorry, I just
The
have to
hotel
write-
wig checking anytime.
Okay, so that was basically it for Ralph, and he may have called in later, but I didn't really pay
He
attention,
did.
nor
It
did I
was,
care,
it was
to be honest with you.
It was same crap. It's
Yeah,
Ralph.
but there were some really horrible things he said about his parents today. I really
Yes,
want to
yes,
get
he
into
did.
that.
Oh,
But
what a
before we get
shocker.
there, we're going to go into arms bellywick, which is the
Ballywick! Ballywick! I love when you say buttress and ballywick.
I would like, can I just make sure I use that word properly? Hold on.
You absolutely nailed it.
Ballywick.
You
Let
nailed
me
it.
see. Let me just make sure.
Like my wheelhouse.
Right,
is what
one
that-
sphere of operation or particular area of interest. Oh,
Of course.
love it. Okay, yes. So
John Ballywick. That's funny.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, so he finally decided today, and
2
I'm
weeks
not going to
later,
give
right.
us any credit whatsoever, but that's all we do is talk about these things, and why is it that he makes no mention of this when back in the day he would have been all over it? He would have been all over this like he was
Like
the
cold
OJ time.
Chinese food, 2.5 weeks later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second.
Well, now I have Chinese.
Let us go to see what his first thing was. Here we go.
No MSG Dennis, on this show.
No, no MSG.
Here's the thing, Robin. I was unaware of this, but a friend of ours called Beth and said, Jesus, I can't stop watching the Johnny Depp trial. They evidently air it on Facebook. Who knew? I didn't know this.
Yes, and not only that, I was just
Only losers.
It's streamed on
watch
10
anything
services,
on
Monique,
Facebook.
on YouTube, including the Deppening.
Only
10 services
losers
have it.
watch Facebook.
Facebook.
Seriously.
That is a big loser.
Facebook. If you're like, 70, you're watching it on Facebook with like your
I mean,
your friends.
everybody's. I mean, there's nobody that doesn't know this is happening. I mean,
You're
it's
out of
everywhere.
touch.
It's everywhere.
Out of
All right, here we go. Let me
time.
finish. Let me finish the clip.
reading something this weekend. Johnny fought for it to be televised, to have cameras in the courtroom. Can you
Did
imagine?
he? Well, listen, he's an actor. I
Amber
think
Heard did not want that. He did.
made a big mistake from what I can tell. Like, now, listen, I have not been watching it, but I do have we can do this together. I can give you some of the highlights so you and I can get up to date on this thing.
Yeah, I haven't
But,
watched every moment. I've seen some clips.
Clips. Yeah, me
maybe
too.
they were outtakes. They were so
Newswoman.
weird.
It looks entertaining as hell because I think that the great thing, if you will, about the Johnny Depp trial, and again, I'm not well versed in it, and I might be saying stuff that doesn't make any sense. But Johnny Depp, to me, was one of the best-looking, most talented actors on the planet, had the world at his fingertips. Even the way he dressed, he pulled it off. He had a look. He seemed to have like the perfect life. He could have any woman he wanted. Blah blah
Isn't
blah.
it torturous listening
I
to
guess
him?
on
so
some
Yeah, I
good
can't.
looking.
I'm reading a
And
monitor.
The
so
words.
desired by movie companies that he left a hit TV show.
Except Reicher, which is bankrupt.
So yeah, I'm just just wanting your opinion on what the bullshit is that they're spewing at this present moment here. It's just they really have no idea what they're talking about. First,
No,
off.
they
Like,
don't.
0.0.
In the thread, I think it was like Tylerly. Are they just trying? Are they just finding out? They're talking like they just found out about it. I said yes, they did.
Yes, they
Literally,
did.
He had no idea this was happening because
Let's-
he doesn't.
That's
He's just
talk
not
about-
in tune with anything. He's not in tune
Let's
with
just
anything
let's
anymore.
just talk about his fan base. Like Depp's fans would literally die for him, and Howard's ex-fans want him dead.
What
I mean,
him
that's
did,
where we're at right
There's a parallel.
This is parallel.
There's parallel.
He doesn't
Yeah.
want. Who made Don Buchwald do a CBS press conference when Les Moonves was suing him and he burst into tears? Who doesn't want attention? Who's narcissistic? Who had a press conference embarrass himself with horrible jokes written for him by fucking Benji? Who's narcissistic?
Oh,
How many
yeah.
times did he bomb?
Yeah.
Who
Did you actually listen to the show today, Johnny?
No,
you probably
of course
couldn't
not.
have.
Of course not. No, I wouldn't
You
anyway.
couldn't
but
have. All right,
It was
so
pretty
so
painful.
Casey
allow
Armstrong's
me.
an honor. I can't listen.
Let's listen to this. Listen to these incredibly bad takes.
Okay, Phineas. Okay, here we go.
Right.
Because they were holding back his acting in movie career.
Yeah, he was on that cop show where he was a
21
teenager.
Jump
Oh, he's such a
21 Jump Street, right.
he's such
I
a
forgot about
toolbox.
that.
Where they were high school students, but they were police officers going to high school.
What was Johnny Depp's first movie role that really put him
Oh
over
my
the
God!
top?
Don't tell me,
Oh,
Monique.
God.
Because I don't remember myself.
Was
But I
it
remember-
the one where Leonardo DiCaprio was his brother?
Holy shit! And
Yes, that was it. That was a great movie. But they had the obese mother.
Who's eating
Fat
Gilbert
shame
Grape?
goes right to the. All he cares about
That's
is fat
right.
shaming. That career. That's 10 years after his career started. Nightmare on Elm Street 1's his first movie. It's 10 years later, Gilbert Grape. You
And
piece
you know-
of shit. You 79
Priceless.
IQ Dennis is too high. He's stupider than that. They're stupid. We're all getting stupider. Why do you listen? Please, everybody, cancel your
But here's the
subscriptions
beauty.
now,
Here's the
collectively.
beauty.
Casey,
the
how did you
beauty
work
is
for this asswipe?
70 people behind the scenes.
Yes!
And not
And
one
you don't.
had a
Nobody.
right answer.
Everybody's like, "Fuck it, they're on their own." I'm not even gonna tell them that it's Nightmare on Elm. Like, nobody wants to tell them that they're
The
wrong.
thing is, Blobbin is there with, has the Google
Yeah.
homepage set up.
When
I
you
mean,
hear the clip I
usually
have later, Dennis.
she's there like typing away and finds the answers to sound all haughty.
Monique, can I I don't want to trouble you. I
Gilbert
don't.
Grape.
What?
Can you play the clip I have from the 2001 to just shut this down? Because I don't want to wait to shut it down.
You're talking
them
about
kissing his ass
him
for 2
talking
minutes.
about.
Of that, Casey's on the show at the same time too. Of them, those two kissing Depp's ass with his filmography rattled off in 2001.
Okay, let me find it.
I can't even.
Hold on.
Don't you feel yourself getting stupider, people?
Yes.
Don't you feel
Yes,
yourself?
I do.
mean, it's just
Yes.
it's.
And I don't
Howard,
have
by the
much
way,
to spare at this point.
Howard's biggest nightmare is that Depp has the courage to lay his life on the line like this, and to go. Could you imagine Howard's life getting laid out like that with Buckwald turns against him?
Oh, no.
And
God.
everybody's
No.
spilling his secrets.
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh,
Oh, my
Listen,
God.
everything would be
So
undercover.
glorious.
He would have settled out of court. It would have never been to trial.
That
never.
reminds
Correct.
me, Monique. Tell everybody about the lawsuits he settled out of court. All the lawsuits he's had has
I
settled.
can't
that you know.
really talk about those.
No, I mean, you know, what you know.
Well, hold on. Let me
There's,
go.
a,
on
there's
aggro.
kind of like
What could go wrong?
confidentiality.
Let me just go through them. A lot of them had to do with the interns and not paying them, and then
Okay.
also they were a little concerned about some sexual harassment cases with the female interns. Hence the reason
That's
you
all I'm
never hear about women
Yes,
on the show
that's all I'm
ever,
asking.
ever. All right, so you want me to play the Howard kisses Depp's ass?
Yeah, because I just want to put context to what people just heard, and those
Okay.
two. Dennis, 79 IQ is too high. We got to go.
Oh,
lower.
yeah, he
It's
is
getting
a
lower.
moron.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Hang on.
2001. Casey's on the show.
I got to tell you, man. Yeah, I don't know if word ever gets back to you over there in France. I love you, man. I love your movies. I saw you saw his new movie.
Yeah, you guys were all there the other day.
We went to see From Hell. We loved it.
Oh, good. You guys saw it?
Loved it. Beautiful movie. Like really good, like commercial big movies on purpose.
Well, I mean, there's been a couple of
Turns
that
on
sort of
Titanic here.
come through, and
Like what?
Steve was tainted somehow.
Like what's the biggest movie you ever turned down because you thought it was just lame?
Well, you know, it would be unfair of me to say
No, what?
what I turned. But you know, I'll put it to you this way. I read about. I labored through about 15 pages of Titanic,
It's a horrible movie.
and you know, I was sweating, and you know, it was horrible. I mean, I couldn't get through it.
So you knew it was horrible, but you probably see yourself, hey, he's a great director. I know this is.
Watch every Johnny Depp film. I've seen the good ones and the bad ones.
Well, you haven't seen the new one?
I haven't seen the new one yet.
It's great. From Hell. It opens today at movie theaters everywhere.
That's not a good one.
I mean, an incredible experience watching it. It's really good. It's shot well. I mean, it
shot
kind of
well.
looks like a Tim Burton film, actually. Acting was real good.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, real good, man.
You know how Johnny's a real down-to-earth guy, because when, you know, our band played his club once,
Yeah.
and he was like there, like loading in the equipment, you know, helping us move the stuff.
That's all an act.
That's eccentric.
Yeah, that's eccentric. Believe me.
Paris.
I did that just so you'd say that.
Life you're having, though. I mean, when I think about it, terrorism has got to frighten the hell out of you, because not only are you good looking, you get the best looking broads, you got a great career. I mean, you want your life to go on.
dream life.
Yeah, you're a real actor, man. I mean, I am just such a fan. Did you ever?
We've talked about, too, how come he's never gotten an Oscar. He's so good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I always talk you up. Hey, you guys want to say stuff to you. The new movie is from hell.
Oh, my God.
What am I going to say to you that I haven't already said on the air? I think that you're a brilliant actor. I'm sure you've heard that from everyone. I love the movie Blow. I thought that was incredible.
Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco, love them all. Yeah, Ed Wood.
Edward Scissorhand.
Yeah. Edward Scissorhand is my favorite. I mean, Jesus Christ, man.
Sleepy Hollow was great.
Yeah, you're something else. And you know what? Hey, what the hell? Who deserves broads more than Johnny Depp?
I don't think anybody.
Well, okay.
Wow. Right?
Well.
Did I just shut that down? Listen, that's the same guy.
Need a winch. Need the winch to pull them out of his ass.
Fair,
I guess someone turned the show down.
Yeah, well, that was like in the late 90s. So
that's 2001.
Was it really? Okay.
And he's got his filmography rattled off.
Really late 90s.
Casey, how many people worked for him back then? Four people,
I don't think
right,
Casey. I don't think Casey is on here, sweetheart.
Okay, I saw Governor Alley before.
Okay, I don't think Casey is on here, John. So with that in mind, let me play the next clip. Hold on.
He was in that too. What a great movie that was.
Talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, so, and then Johnny Depp, one movie after another. The guy made a shitload of money. Now you hear, fucking doesn't have any money. They say he's a fucking, he looks worse than me almost sometimes. Sometimes I'm thinking some girls would rather fuck me than Johnny Depp.
No, that's definitely impossible.
I'm saying that's a pretty big downfall.
You are a Frankenstein, rigor mortis, goblin piece of shit.
Nobody's saying he has no money.
Yeah, I mean, there's...
He may have lost a shit ton of money.
But he was in how many... But he was in how many of those Disney pirate movies?
Oh my God, all of them. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
25 million a film. He lost 650.
It's kind of like Howard lost a lot of money to Allison, but he still has money.
Yeah,
he still has money.
Yeah, I mean those pirate movies alone. I mean, good God.
And he probably had some back end deal with those as well. I mean,
absolutely.
They made a shit ton of money.
They were gigantic movies.
How much did we say, John? How much did we say that Johnny Depp is worth currently?
He lost $650 million in a where his managers ripped him off. He recouped back a lot of it. He made $7 million. His asking price is $25 million a film.
A movie? Oh wow.
A movie. He doesn't get $4,000 a minute. It doesn't go to Allison.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not struggling. But when I was listening to some of your show today, as I was eating lunch, I was realizing it's like, it really takes two to fucking tango. And the fact that he even stayed with her as long as he did is kind of shocking to me. And the blather of their bullshit when they're, when they both know they're being recorded and they both know that they're, having these like stupid, inane conversations about, don't push me, don't flick your ashes on me, Johnny, and it's just horrible.
Monique, we're not dealing with two menses, okay?
No, I understand that.
Actors.
I understand that. It's just, I can't believe that you would want to air this. I mean, it's just horrible.
Histrionics, Dennis. Talking about
histrionics is a
huge... histrionics.
Right? Histrionics is a huge... Sorry.
So I just couldn't listen anymore. I just couldn't listen to it. It's just like, her
Easy
voice.
there, Johnny boy. Easy there.
Okay, so yeah.
Remember, I listened to that show for 4 hours today. My brain's a little beaten at this point.
You do sound fried.
So here's Johnny
It's
being a
hard.
narcissist. Let's go to this one.
So, on the narcissism scale, I think Johnny Depp is a huge narcissist. And what I mean by that is he figured, I'll put this on TV. And because I'm so persuasive and I'm so smart and I'm such a wonderful guy,
I'm a great actor. I can act my way through anything. Yeah.
Oh, right. And I'll play you some clips from the Johnny Depp trial. If he isn't acting, but he's so overacting. And, because he's writing his own material as he goes along. And, I got to tell you, he's wrong. He shouldn't be putting this on TV in any shape.
He's trying to save his career. I don't think this is going to help.
Okay. So that's their theory
All right,
on
so
it.
let's remember that Howard also gave Gilbert advice. That was wrong.
Right.
Gilbert Gottfried.
So no, you could tell. Isn't Depp doing this to kind of show that
How crazy she is?
Yeah,
That's
crazy
it,
she is.
Dennis.
I mean, literally,
That's it.
that's what this is all
That's
about.
exactly right. He wants
79
the opposite.
IQ.
I
Can't
believe
figure it
so
out.
much in my own truth. I'm willing to go on trial for 4 days straight in front of how many streaming services. I don't give a shit. I believe in my truth so much. He has no spine, no balls. He's rigor mortis, and Howard is terrified. All he does is projectionism here. He's like, if this were me, because he has no soul, he has no truth,
Right.
he has no integrity. He wouldn't defend anything. He throws lawsuits.
Because of the accusations, though, it's kind of a smart move. You really know that she's batshit crazy, which is
She is batshit crazy.
So
She
it appears
is.
she's batshit crazy. Batshit crazy will rise to the surface during 2 days on the stand. It
I'm
will
pretty
rise.
much sure that both of them are a little reviled at this point, but I think
Well, yeah, I
most
mean, we know
everybody
he's
is
a little
Team
nuts.
Johnny.
This is what would happen if you put Beth on a reality show. Her fucking her lunacy and her fucking idiocy would just shine right through.
Well, that's
Yeah.
Howard's
Oh my
biggest
God.
nightmare, X. That's
Yeah.
what he's projection. It's projectionism here.
Just like
I
you
pray.
If
She
this
would
were
be
me-
like Tom Cruise jumping on the couch.
That's
I
right.
mean, I literally pray that Beefus gets on
Dude,
one of those shows one day. I mean, good lord, it'd be the greatest thing ever.
Do you remember how crazy she was on Ellen? I love animals.
I love animals.
How do you think Beth would fare in that scenario? I mean, and also, how many times do you think she's taken a shit on Howard's bed?
Oh God.
I don't think she
More
even
than
gets
one.
close
it
to his
walked,
bed.
it walked all the way from its side of the house to his side of the house and pooped in
She's
his
like-
bed.
She's
Ralph
like a
Phillips
cat
thing.
dumped
is-
the
But
Grover
even
on
think
his
about it.
bed.
Like Johnny Depp said, they were like, well, why did you cut your finger? He's like, why would I cut my own fucking finger? He's like, one of the only things I'm good at is playing guitar, and I'm really, really good at that. It's like, so why would I cut my finger to stop myself from doing the one thing that I know I am truly good at?
Yep.
But again, it's like, how do you stay in that house? I would be like, fuck you, bitch. I would
He has
pack
7
whatever I
residents,
need
Monique. He has 7 residents.
and just
to
get
run
the
through.
fuck out of there. Period. Full stop.
He has a
You
compound
cannot
down
stop
the street
crazy.
from a 5 penthouse layout.
Okay, so
He has
why is he
7
still
residents.
there? So why
Because-
did he stay, John?
He runs away all the time. It's on tape him running away. Sometimes you try to work through it. He told
It's-
his therapist.
there's a-
But
he
run
has
away
a
and
couples
leave.
therapist.
But wait,
he has a
Monique-
couples therapist that says you guys have to work this out and record it. So and they say, okay. well,
Why do they
I'm
have to
gonna-
work it out? Fuck
All right.
it.
Because that's
Leave.
the deal they made with the. He doesn't have to, but that's the deal they made with the couples therapist.
They're
I
together.
didn't- I'm
Who
not
gives
their
a shit? They're together 2 years. I mean, I literally have probably had fucking UTIs longer
I
than,
didn't hook
than
them
they were
up.
together.
I hate the couple. I hated it from day one. How do you think I feel? Huh? He didn't ask me. I'm trying to be his script choosing coach and life coach and drinking coach. He didn't ask me. I would have chosen a million. Give me a 51-year-old Winona Ryder over the succub bisexual any fucking day. Give me a Monique over anybody.
Hey, John. John, quick question for like a legit question. He's suing her for slander, right?
Yes.
What is
Washington
there
Post.
an actual like a monetary amount
Thank you.
attached to that?
I was
He
trying to say
he just
that.
threw out $50 million.
$50 million.
The thing is,
But he
how
doesn't care
much
about
of my
that.
She doesn't
career
have
did you
50
cost
Does she
me
have
in
$50
that
million
time?
now?
She doesn't
Well,
have.
Elon Musk does.
Oh,
I mean, she's not
okay,
with
well.
Elon anymore.
Yeah,
though.
Yeah, but
Elon-
you know the fucking tax shelter bullshit he pulls.
Okay, well.
That Tony Stark
just
bullshit
curious,
overseas.
I mean-
He could do whatever he wants.
I'm
you know
kidding.
He could,
I made that up, guys. I've never had a UTI for 2 years. It's just the first thing that came to my mind.
but
I'm so sorry.
Melvin, you're right. I mean, I say this all the time in the Deppening. It is a man in a mid. You think Monique is a midlife crisis? This is in the midst of a pussy fog, and that's
Exactly.
his intent on impressing Hunter S. Thompson with the Rum Diaries is why we're here. It's his obsession with living the Thompson life, and it's a midlife crisis, and it's a pussy fog, and
Yeah,
that's
but
why
that
we're
Hunter
here.
Thompson lifestyle is really not like a.
Wasn't it him and
Nobody-
John
only one-
Cusack
Yes,
and Hunter Thompson?
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
right.
They
Well,
would
that
just
was in the
they
convertible.
would just like fucking just
They were
get all
totally
fucked up.
his acolytes. Like they
They're-
loved Hunter S. Thompson.
They're-
Ooh,
they all-
acolytes.
Hollywood-
Didn't he
Nice.
pay to like blow him out of a
Yes,
fucking
$5
cannon?
million. Yes, in Aspen, Colorado, Woody Creek.
Ridiculous. He spends money like Nicolas Cage. If Nicolas Cage had the money that Johnny Depp has, I mean, it's just.
Can I just say this is the kind of guy Depp is. Nicolas Cage got him started, by the way, with his agent in '83 and '84.
That's right.
Depp
That's
bailed
right.
Nicolas Cage out of his tax problems. When Nicolas Cage went broke, Depp threw him 7 figures. That's the type of guy he is.
Didn't he discover him like while he was playing in a band or something like that?
Yeah. Yes, they were hanging out in sort of that L.A. strip, and
Yeah.
UT.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't
Shit's
even know
on a
what to
roll
say
today.
anymore.
The chat's amazing. All right, I don't want to beat you to death with this. We get it on. We got 8 hours of this tomorrow. I never. I'm like
You know
Geraldo
what?
and John Benet
Props
Ramsey.
to
Move on.
Johnny. That
Time
Johnny
to move
has
on.
gone through $500 million and he still has more money than he'll ever fucking be able to spend.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, he
Monique,
can spend
that's-
it. I'm
think
sure he
about
can
that
spend
shit.
it. That's the
Think
problem.
about- no, I don't think. I think he's good.
Sunflower
I think
Dragon
once he
used
leaves her.
He's worth like almost 200 million.
Monique.
Show's been brought to you by Ocean Spray.
Classic Governelli.
Oh, for
A
those
brand
of you
new
who
life.
don't know, that
A brand new
people say-
life. A brand new life around the bend. There were times I lost a dream or two.
Oh, God. Okay. We're
in
going to move
the
on
end,
from
it's
the
you.
Deppening and from, okay, just so you all know, John is basically running on fumes. He has been doing the Deppening shows for solid 7 to 9 hours on any given day. I don't know how he's doing it. Sara actually had to go back to work, I'm assuming, right? Because that's
It's
not
the
why
power
she...
of the chat. It's the power of the chat. The chat is so galvanizing that I can play off the people. By the way, Sunflower Dragon pulled in a moose-bouche today, Monique.
Oh, tell me,
Remember
what
you
did
said
she
that
do?
last? She just said it
What
in the
little
sentence,
tasty
like
treat did she do for you?
I don't know how she used it, but she used it, and the only other time I've ever heard that in my life was you a year and a half ago.
Amuse-bouche. It's a
What do you
great word.
tell everyone what that is again?
An amuse-bouche, when you go out for a prefix dinner at a good restaurant, even some not so good restaurants will
White people
sometimes
in
give you
prefix.
an amuse-bouche, which is just something to amuse the palate, something to just have a
okay.
little taste of something. And sometimes it'll be something literally like in a spoon about this big. And it's like, this is a succulent consomme of shrimp and scallop infused with thyme and mascarpone cheese over some slivered greens. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? It's literally a tablespoon of soup.
It's
And
very
you're
Sorbet.
delicious.
sorbet would actually be much more filling than what's on that
Well,
spoon.
sorbet is actually more of an intermezzo, right?
Yes, you
that's
yes.
like-
What?
Exactly. Yes. it's
I'm
intermezzo,
sorry.
yes.
Yeah.
What?
Whoa.
Say
It's
that.
an- it's an
you're not
intermezzo,
gonna-
not an
Shit today.
Intermezzo.
Get your
You haven't
right.
cleaned the palate between courses.
between courses, exactly.
yeah.
Intermezzo.
You guys don't get out enough.
I've
been everywhere
I knew
and
what
I
it
didn't
is.
know that
You
shit.
know that.
I'm sorry, Bethany Frankel.
Yeah, right. Right.
Lisa Vanderpump.
I would kill to be 70 pounds and yellow.
Yellow.
bitch.
You gotta tweet her that. She'll love it.
Giannis is
Fucking
the thing.
cello bitch. Okay, so oh my God, would you stop with the UTI now? Jesus Christ. Johnny was paying for his friend's longtime burial request, the Gonzo Fist Cannon, too. Monique's never-ending UTI is the new Baba Booey. All right, so we're going to get away from the Deppening and all things Depp and Heard. And we're going to move on to another favorite subject of ours, which is mom.
Yes. Ray.
And thanks to Dennis for finding 2 clips that I thought may have been missing from the replay, but I guess he felt really strongly enough about them to leave them in. And so it started with, he was doing a Steven Singer commercial.
Springer
Yeah, I know.
Spaniel.
Jerry Springer commercial. And by the way, I have to tell you, I can't even imagine anybody going to Steven Singer. For any reason whatsoever. I mean, honestly, does anybody really have those hand-dipped roses? Jesus, I remember somebody told me that they used to buy one for their wife every year, and I'm not sure who it is. It's somebody on our forum, and I'm sorry. I apologize in advance if you do buy that for your wife. But
How much do they bang you for one of those? I mean, seriously.
okay, I'm going to tell you right now. Hold on, let me look it up.
Because
Right
I mean,
this
it sounds
second.
ridiculous.
Right here, and they're also fetching. I don't even know
I
what
bet
to
they
say
are. I bet
about
they're
them.
just absolutely just works of art.
Yeah, I'm kidding when I say that, but hold on.
I'm being sarcastic also.
I know you are. Here we go. Here you go. You can have one of those beautiful Steven Singer dipped roses for
Are you
$69,
serious?
$79. Yeah. So we're going to move off of Johnny Depp and the Gold Dip Roses, and we're going into his mother now. So here would be, let me get rid of this urinary tract
In my mind,
infection.
Monique, I'll never move off it. You'll never force me to move off.
No, I know it's okay.
I never stop thinking about it. I'll never stop. You're not going to force me to move off it.
Bro,
Okay.
like part of your obituary has been written already. It'll be many years from now, but there'll be a mention of the Deppening.
Yes. Yes,
April,
you will be.
In April of 2022, he hosted a podcast covering every moment of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
You know what the
That is
beauty is?
the best way to go.
Trial.
Shoot me
John
out of
is like
cannon.
the end of Endgame when it's Captain America with a broken shield by
Oh, that's
himself
so- oh,
going up
God,
against
X.
fucking Thanos' army. And he's like, I can do this all day.
I could do this. I'm worthy to lift Thor's hammer too.
There you absolutely.
May I move on with the show, sirs?
I'm all for it. I've been all
X,
for
you
it for the
could
last
not have
5
given me a
minutes.
better compliment than comparing me to Steve Rogers in that scenario.
That's right.
Jesus, it's about gas in my head.
Oh, yeah. The holiday's coming. And we've got to be prepared.
I think
Yeah,
that
Mother's Day.
Day is Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Mother's Day. Stephen is your man for Mother's Day. Oh, yeah. You know it's true.
Where's Dan the song parody man?
Steven Singer wants to help you thank your mother for all the sweet memories you have with her. Oh, I have such lovely memories of my mother. Like, which memory should I tap into when I buy something for Mother's Day? Should I tap into her beating me with a hanger because
When
my
did that
room wasn't
happen?
clean?
Never.
Maybe I'll start with
Never
that.
happened.
Mommy dearest.
Wait a minute.
yeah.
What do you do to commemorate that day you left and never had to live there again? How do you commemorate that?
Mother dear, I wanted to get you something for Mother's Day. I don't know which memory inspires me more. The fact that all my friends moved away from my neighborhood at a young age and no one bothered to ask me how I might feel about that. Or should I commemorate my mother picking a home to move to right next to an anti-Semitic golf course? Oh, no.
Also a new
How
story.
did that affect you exactly? How exactly
None.
did that affect you?
I like how he's incorporating like pop culture into his reality. He's so old and demented. We're 2 months away from him being raised by Aunt Peru and Uncle Owen on Tatooine.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Here,
And they
just
got
because I had to show this to you. There it is, 24 karat gold Villa Rosa without box, $1.98.
You
And
buy.
shipping is 67 cents. Okay.
Shipping, 67.
Yeah,
Wow.
look, 24
Wow.
karat, handwritten, just in case you were wondering. Okay, so that's how it
Wow.
started
I feel
out
so
with
much
his
better
mother.
now.
And then he went into like this whole diatribe about sending her food. Like it was a weird thing. Like the whole sending her food. And I bet you that he has like blink cameras on his mother. What?
Oh, yeah,
well,
good.
Where?
What?
Jews and deli platters.
So it was weird how it kind of meandered into this segment, though. I mean, he did the whole fake story stuff. Then he went back into the commercial. Then he ended up talking about how he did something nice for his mother, and it ended up into this story, which just. The whole Christ complex he has is just amazing.
He's a professional martyr, Dennis.
What's amazing that he actually thinks anybody buys his bullshit at this point.
He does. That's all that matters.
That he's the
He
only
buys
one.
it. Yeah,
And
exactly.
Rooster.
He buys it.
Maybe Rooster does too. Well,
Make
yeah.
Howard
Okay, so
happy,
apparently
guys. It's on an
Check, please.
iPad on the wall. Make Howard happy. That's
This-
written out on the walls. We lose
this
sight of that all the time.
anti-Semitic golf course supposedly was in Rockville Center. Not
Never heard
where
this
it
story
is.
before in my entire
No,
life.
me neither. This is all
Really?
new to me. And how did that affect him as a 14-year-old exactly?
Never. Listening
I
to
don't even think his father played golf.
Wasn't
right?
he
I mean,
like stoned when at that age anyway? So I
Yeah.
mean,
So he was
per
always
ham.
stoned. Always stoned.
all of a sudden he grew up next to that cow.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. All right, so let's listen to his story about what he did for his mother because it's such a beautiful thing he did for her.
So beautiful.
Yeah, here we go.
I know what I should think about when I'm buying a Mother's Day gift.
By the way, this is still going with the Steven Singer commercial.
Yeah,
of
And you
course.
went back to it like what, 6 or 7 times?
It was 10 minutes long. It was
Why
literally-
not?
It was 10 minutes.
I sent over a meal for my mother yesterday. I got her all her favorites: French fries, a shake. You know, she hasn't been eating; she's been ill, so I wanted to get some calories into her. And so I got her all kinds of fun foods. And I went to the trouble of setting up an account for her, you know, so that the food could come right to the door and all that other stuff.
You did a Laura did.
I'm sorry, you did what? You set up an
account up.
account for her so that the food could come to her door? You're talking about delivery? Like what? You talking about Uber Eats? What is it you're talking about here
There's
exactly?
Right, there's 8 fucking food services that do that now. And he can't think of one term.
The thing is, he literally, you know, he's making it like it's some special, like no one can do this type of shit. Send food to someone else.
French fries and a milkshake.
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, yeah, literally from McDonald's. I mean, this
Right,
is
so-
not rocket science here. This is Uber
So
Eats.
listen, yeah, right, so listen to the detail of this because I'm just really curious about what he's actually saying here.
And then, so I said, let me listen in while my mother gets this food delivery. She'll be excited.
You can listen in?
Yeah.
So this is
I
Fred's
listened
job
in
to
on
kill
the
the
phone.
music.
Listened in, but then he says I listened in on the phone. I'm positive he has like blink cameras or something.
I would almost
in
guarantee
his
that.
Parents' apartment
Or
to
he
keep
has
an eye on them.
Or he has one of those the Facebook
Like an
stupid
Echo
thing.
that has like the two
with the picture or whatever.
the two-way.
The two-way. I almost guarantee he has something like that just because. he's
Exactly,
such-
Cindy KG. His mother is basically dying, so let me order McDonald's.
Well, no. The reasoning was actually kind of sane, coming from a moron. But somebody else told him to do this probably, because it's food that has a lot of taste, whatever. You know, they're very salty, very sweet, and she wasn't eating. So the milkshake has, you know, thousands of calories in it, and the fries have all the calories in it, and that's literally what she was needing. And plus, the fries are over salted, and you taste that better when you don't have good taste. And the milkshakes are very, very sweet and very, you know, over, you know, just a lot to the senses. So that's why
It's overstimulation for
Right.
your taste buds, right?
Exactly. So somebody else told them to do this.
I'm
There's
sure it
no
was
way
Ashley.
that little pea brain did.
Yes, I'm sure it was Ashley. All right, let's finish this.
Person serving my mother. And
Okay.
I'm
Serving my
listening.
mother.
This woman brings in the food to my mother that I've gone to the trouble of getting.
The way his voice travels
Who's
off
on
now.
the phone?
Fucking goddamn.
It's Howard, your son.
Who?
Howard, your son's on the
I wanna see
phone.
the stone
What
faced
is
staff
all
listen to
this in
the
the
background.
bag?
He sent food for you.
What is it?
He sent over love for you because he
Love.
loves you.
He said love.
Oh, yeah? What is it? What is this?
Jesus Christ.
It's French fries.
So crazy.
Tell him to eat it.
So his mother's voice has turned into like this weird anger voice now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, thank you.
It's not the
No.
Super
it's
Trooper.
coming from the worst place. You're exactly right. There's not a tinge of irony or comedic value to it. It's coming from the worst. Just a pissy fucking spoiled Jewish
Yes.
brat.
He's a pissy, spoiled boy. We don't know exactly what's wrong with Ray. We do know that she wound up getting COVID.
She's in
and
her
then-
90s.
And she's,
She's
94.
years old.
She's
I mean,
94. That's
94
what's
years
wrong with her.
old. That's
And
what's
she's-
wrong with her.
She's starting to
old.
waste away. And he's, what, 97, 98?
98.
So the two of
And
them
he has
probably
stroke.
feed off of each other's malaise, and they're just probably absolutely miserable with each other in that house. I can hear it already. But it
bet
gets
they're
so
not.
much better than this.
I bet they're like
because
just typical people in their mid-90s.
I don't know typical people in their mid
No,
90s.
that's
I
right.
don't know any-
Very well
I,
said.
I don't know, man.
Who knows typical people in their late 90s?
Howard's
It's an oxymoron.
So anyway, she had COVID, and then the thought was that she went into like some deep, long-term COVID thing. But then she had heart issues. She's been in and out of the hospital. He thinks it's all psychosomatic and that
course he
it's not
does.
real.
It's all fake that she's 90.
But basically,
I don't even
they're in
believe
their
his
mid.
diagnosis at this point.
This is so much too much. I'll have to ask Dr. Schlafman, who is a heart doctor, by the way. So I'm sure there's something with that too. You know, at 94 and not eating, I hate to even make the comparable analysis, but when your dog stops eating, you know it's time that they're ready to go. And I think it's the same thing with parents or the elderly. It's like, they just get to a point where if you have to just give them infusions in order to stay alive, then I think it's just kind of done.
All you're doing it.
He's embellishing. Give me a break. They're in their 90s. Of course, they're old and feeble, but I mean, all the other shit's just fucking the shit that happens to people that age.
I just said heart failure and kidneys shutting down. It's age related. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Classic greenfield.
I don't know how long we expect them to live, but it's probably not that much.
Can I ask you guys a question? Who's controlling? Who's killing the music? That's Fred not killing the music during that bullshit.
He actually had to ask Fred to kill the music like 2 or 3 times because he kept coming back to it. Right, Dennis?
What's Fred's salary?
Too much.
Too much.
So Fred
can't kill that music.
So Fred basically was, I guess he started the Steven Singer music and went outside and started to smoke a cigarette. And
he's on his Wordle.
And had to come back and turn the music down because it was so weird. I mean, he just went into this thing, and the bed never went away. The entire, it finally, when he asked it to turn it down, it went down. But it was just running in this diatribe.
It sounds so bad. With that awful music.
Literally, nobody gives a shit on that show anymore.
He doesn't know.
No one cares.
It's like legit. Like I know we're like haters and shit, but like no one gives a shit on that show.
We're like haters and shit. A little more than that.
Nobody. All right, so let's get into some of his horrific things that he said about his parents today. And again, thank you, Dennis, for actually finding these for us. Which one? Do we do Dad first or Mom? Dad, because it was right after.
Dad was first. This is
okay,
this
right?
is
Because
so
we're going
disturbing.
from the ordering food, and he's just so
Christ
wonderful.
complex.
Yeah, here we go. Here's Jesus.
Well, now my dad's too cheap to get food that my mother likes, so now I had to set up an account and get. Now I'm feeding them.
What are you talking about? Somebody asked him about paying for food?
He plays that game where he's, had a stroke and he's out of it. So he's like, hey, Dad, what about you paying for the food? What are you talking about? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pretend I had a stroke. And every time someone hits me up for, to pay a bill, I'm going to go, what? You want what?
That's what my wife says when we talk about having sex at night.
So wait a second. So he's trying to say that his father is too cheap to order the food for her? He's 98 years old? What is wrong with him?
That is literally what he is saying. He's saying this stroked out 98-year-old father is too cheap to order McDonald's for his mother. He's 98 years old and sounds like a pretty massive stroke, but he's too cheap to order the food.
He's going to make believe he had a stroke next time like his father.
Oh my
so that
God.
he doesn't have to order food for his mother.
Yeah.
I hope to God they live to be like 110.
I hope they're really doing it. Howard's such a piece of shit. I hope they are fucking with
Nothing
him. I'm
would make
actually
me
hoping
happier.
that they're doing that.
He must have some really weird spatial fuck up in his brain. Like I love when he still asks Robin about Robin, when you get your period, do you still do blah 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 blah, right? And he still talks to her like she's a spry 30-year-old or something. And it's like, Robin hasn't had her period since Jesus left the Jews. She's like spewing dust down there. She's got nothing fucking going on.
Legit, like the Bill Clinton was the president the last time she had a period.
Yes, that's exactly fucking right.
Holy crap.
No joke.
But
I call him William Jefferson.
I hope Josh Foster says, I hope I never in my life hate someone for no reason the way Wiggy Stardust hates his parents. It's really actually become shocking.
It's just a spoiled
Wiggy
Jewish
Stardust.
brat that has never heard the word no in his life.
It's a
nothing to it.
lazy,
It's
lazy
absolute
radio.
crap.
It's real easy to just be all fucking salty on the radio.
With the
next-
airs.
rather than come up with something creative or funny.
He's such a bully. You're
that's
even
all it
bullying
is.
your
That's
own
all it is,
parents.
guys. I mean,
he doesn't know anything but Schadenfreude and bullies.
Just like, the same shit he's been doing for fucking 30 years.
Linda Ayers says, I'm sure 98-year-olds are well-versed on how to use DoorDash. Yeah, of course.
It's huge with that demographic.
Exactly.
That's the
It's aimed
first
right at
demographic
them,
they're going
actually.
for.
Hey, Howard, they're
think
going to
he
live to
still
be
even has-
115.
Does he even think that they still have credit cards that are usable? Like, seriously,
No.
they have run their course. Okay,
They-
it is your responsibility
last-
to take care of them until the last one dies.
Give
So
them the
fucking
credit
cards
suck
they
it
had
up,
were
Buttercup, and shut the fuck up. You're really annoying me now. Jesus Christ.
I mean, he truly is on the full martyr Jesus train with this. I mean, he's going to milk this for everything it can be worth. And it's actually kind of pathetic. I mean, it's actually starting to get really pathetic.
Do you think it'll be worse when they die?
Starting?
Yes, absolutely.
I
It'll
do
be much
too.
worse.
It's years of material.
He may nail himself to a cross at that point. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's going to carry it that far.
Zuma Dog says, wow, Howard mocking his 98-year-old dad for being cheap when Howard is a billionaire. He's a sick man. He doesn't realize how unlikable this makes him. He's delusional with Arrested Development. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Arrested Development is... Yes.
And his father-in-law's on house arrest.
Welcome
I don't know why my dad doesn't get out his Sears card and pay for this.
Exactly. You know what? He makes it... Oh, God damn. So he gets her French fries and a fucking shake, and you would think that he went out and bought her a brand new fucking Porsche 911 Carrera so that his parents could go drive fast on the fucking LIE or something. He bought her French fries and a shake, and he made it like this was and you know he had Laura do it, and you know that he did nothing for himself. Yeah. And he's just insanity.
Bro,
it's insanity.
His wife has tens of thousands of posts on Twitter and Instagram combined, and how many of those is just like one person in the background that she's just kind of humble bragging about? And there's just dozens and dozens. Each one of those is like a few grand, a few grand. And it's just funny that he's like, all of a sudden he's concerned about money when his wife literally just
He's
pisses
not
it
concerned about money. That's the problem. He just wants to project that he's concerned.
Victim.
He acts like, I'm going to fake a stroke. Like, dude, really?
He doesn't know any other moves but to complain about. Does he? He thinks we don't know he makes $4,000
His wife
a minute.
probably has about a couple $1 million in shit that she doesn't wear.
Yes, of course she does.
So it's like, come on, shut up, dude.
But he's a minimalist, so that's why I guess he's thinking.
He went to the minimalist card again today.
Did he really?
Is so amazing with somebody that is as an article that I posted the other day said, it's a 19,000 square foot house in Palm Beach and a 15,000 square foot mansion in the Hamptons and a 5,000 square foot apartment in New York City. But he's a minimalist. Because, it's a minimalist. He lives small.
The funny thing about it is, though, every time you ever used to see, like, Instagram posts when they were in Chimney Manor and it's the middle of summer and he still wears that shitty, ratty, Sherpa-lined sweatshirt, zip-up hoodie that he wears. He really does. He really is a shitty fucking human being. He really just is like a shitty dressed, if he had his way, he'd still be wearing like those carpenter jeans with those, shitty Sketcher sneakers of his.
And it's also what an anorexic does. An anorexic, look how cold I am. I'm wearing a sweatshirt in July. I have no body fat.
Oh yeah, we say that all the time, Radio
cold.
Gaga. He has no body fat. He's frigid. Yes, that's exactly right.
Lauren, he doesn't have fans, Lauren. That's why we don't see metrics or ratings. He doesn't have fans.
And he has no muscle tone either, which also will make you colder than hell. He has no muscle tone nor fat. He's just a stick. He's stick with sinew.
To quote Evan Dando on the Lemonheads, it is a shame about Ray. It's always been that way.
Should we go into the titties?
Let's go into titties.
So Dennis posted this on the listening thread this morning.
We're going. We're going.
No,
we're
going.
Everything
must be recorded for posterity. Is this my last clip as well?
I think so.
Titties. Titties is my last clip, and then we get into because we're at 119. This is perfect. Okay, here we go.
Masturbate tonight.
I don't know how much of this we really want to play, but let's go with it and see how it goes. Here we go.
She's down to like, I don't know, she weighs like 80 fucking pounds or something, and she was always a large lady, she always had some beef on her.
She was never a large lady.
No, she wasn't.
Ever,
right?
She might have been 130 at peak.
And she's not that tall. She's not a big woman. Yeah, I mean, if you just want to take a real quick look at what Ray looks like.
Shellback Club, yes, that is his mother he's talking about. That is his mother. 100% that's his mother.
Yeah, hang on. Let's just look at Ray real quick, just so that you can see.
Knockers.
Yeah, there's Ray. I mean, she's not a big woman.
No.
She's always been trim. She's okay. Well, let's go on. Just so you have this up, just so you have a little visual here.
Big titties and everything. She didn't even have titties anymore.
The titties are gone?
Yeah, I had to get her some pajamas. Beth bought her like 8 pair of pajamas.
I had to get her
Titties! And she's showing me the pajamas, and, kind of saw her. I go, what the fuck? Where's your titties? Titties! You had the biggest. They're like, gosh. She goes, titties! They're gone. It's like.
Look at that Fred earning his $1 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
He couldn't stop
Like,
like,
what
singer music.
Someone come in the middle of the night and steal your titties? Titties! She had like D cups. You don't even see these things. You're just like.
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
Lord taketh away. I guess her titties were all fat. She had me fooled.
Well, that's what a titty is.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's fat.
I think it's in there.
I thought it was like titties.
Oh, you thought it was
Like your
fake
leg
saline
looking
like
all
your wife?
titty.
You
Yeah,
idiot?
can you pull up
like
the
a titty was a
FHM
thing. I
cover,
didn't know.
please?
What, baby?
Can you pull up the FHM cover, please, from 2002?
The wonkies.
These are Dennis. You thought you saw bocce balls at the social club?
Well, Beef had those
Yes.
bocces on its chest.
More saline than Bausch and Lomb when you see
Actually, I did play bocce on Friday, but
I know you did.
Which one will we go
Oh my!
with?
Go to the far right, the white.
Oh, that one where they're uneven.
Yes.
Yes.
The bright. There you go. Blow that up.
Oof,
Yeah, if you hang a ruler like right to the edge on
Yeah.
this.
And think about it. That's after someone like airbrushed that fucking picture.
Tried to
Photoshopped
fix
it.
that mess.
I know that's after.
That
it
was
got
like
fixed.
the best result.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think
that
that's
was. That's when she had like the really big.
Oh, that one's bad too. The
breasts.
bottom left. Yeah, those in the bottom.
What? Oh, the one it's sitting when it's, or no, the pit. Yeah, that one.
I think Dr. Bob might have tried to do that on House Arrest too. The first one when she went to New York. That one. Oh, they're all so bad. You picked the best ones. They're all so bad. I don't know where to
Oh,
start.
here, this one. This is the one.
It's a heterosexual doing an impression.
This is the one.
I mean, a homosexual. Look at that.
The fuck is going on?
One
man?
tit is in Palm Beach. The other one's in
Like Hollywood.
Southampton.
Titties.
The nipples are wonky-eyed.
Let's talk titties. All right, let me continue with this clip. It's really
Boobies.
ridiculous.
It was just a bunch of fat. I'm rubbing fat when I'm playing with those things? All these years I was worked up over titties. I'm like, just worked up over some lumpy fat. Couldn't wait to get my hand on titties.
Titties and butt
But
cheeks.
it was weird because I'm looking at her in her pajamas because I'm trying to figure out, what size she goes. I'm a medium. I go, Mom, how can you be a medium? You're like 20 pounds now. I'm a medium. And get me the ones without the elastic. She's lost all amenities. Like, I need one without elastic. And I want cotton. All cotton.
This is horrible.
I'm
so
like,
angry.
okay, we'll get on it. Sure enough, Beth finds like it. Everyone else says, oh, we can't find them. We can't find them. I go, you can't find cotton pajamas?
Who can't find cotton pajamas? Raise of hands. Raise of hands with one Google search.
So, to even bring this back even further with Rooster, the fake caller, that they were talking about Walmart, and Howard actually said that Beefus shops at Walmart because it likes to save money. I swear to God, that actually got said today.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
What is that on the life-size box of fucking Lucky Charms that she likes to eat in the morning?
Exactly. I get some at
She's not buying
Sam's Club.
clothing there.
No.
She doesn't own a single article of clothing. That's like even her T-shirts are like $95, $100.
Yeah,
Just
Costco makes you buy in bulk. So when she did her book signing, she bought 8 sets of implants there.
Yes,
They have
Michael.
those now.
Yes, that's exactly what this is. Yes, this is the Jackie shirt prize from the infamous Mo video with Jackie.
Which ties into our cleaning out the computer.
Yes, it does. That's why I put
Finale.
it on. So right when I got out of the shower, it's like, oh, I have that T-shirt here. Yeah, and look at the back of it. Hold on.
I bet it's classy.
Look at those Angela Bassett triceps.
Can't see it. Microphone's in the way. There you go. No.
All right.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Best breasts, Ballywick.
Actually, he gave this to me when we went to his house. You know, this is what I put on after we had like crazy sex in his Grey Gardens bedroom with Grace looking on. That's what we did. It was so exciting. Assholes. All right, let me go on with the titty.
Got to be able to find.
Well, everyone's an invalid because they know old Howard will get
Invalid
the
or
goddamn.
He'll
Asshole.
step up.
Old Howard always steps up.
Yeah.
Look, it's my mom. I love her. So what am I going to do? So I got pajamas, but then she's showing me because she's showing me the pajamas, and she kind of like pulled them out to show me. And when she opened up, she didn't open her shirt, but she pulled it forward.
Right.
I didn't see any titty down there.
Titties.
Was like looking at a dude. I go.
God.
I said, did my mom lose all of her titty meat?
This is disgusting.
Titties.
Wow.
Crazy. That's a new word. I ain't never heard that word before.
It's not original. I heard it at the Johnny Depp trial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trial
Well,
is
here's the thing.
more streaming
before.
views
I've
than
had,
yours
I've
does.
had some monster shit before, but
I hate everything about that clip.
Jesus Christ.
I hate everything about it.
He is a sociopath. There's no, I mean, I keep on saying, I can't say it
Dennis,
enough.
that's an insult to sociopaths.
I know. Sociopaths are going, damn, we don't want him in our group.
You guys, seriously, titty meat is like
Titty
the
meat.
most disgusting thing I think I've heard
Titty
all
meat.
week.
I'm a thinking man.
And it's
Titty
only
meat.
Monday.
Titty meat.
Titty meat.
That's his new
Okay, I'm
buzzword
good.
punchline, guys. You say titty enough with a megaphone,
Titty
you're gonna laugh. And I'm
meat.
creatively bankrupt, and I have 70 people
staring-
writing for me, and I
I'm
can't say anything funny in 4 hours.
Titty
I'm staring down. I'm
Titty,
staring down.
titty.
I'm staring down my 94-year-old mother's shirt. Just look, and then I see her.
Titty
I mean,
Wait,
it's
first
just
of
like-
all, isn't he supposed to be
everything-
isolating?
Isn't
Yeah.
he? Okay,
Yeah,
where
what
is
happened
he?
to that?
He's motorboating his
Can
mom.
we just
He's
discuss
like-
where he is? He's motorboating. Yes, it's Dennis's favorite
Wait,
chip.
where is this happening? Where's this
So
story
obviously
happening? Did I
it
miss
was the
something?
camera. It was obviously on the camera, and
On camera. Oh, right on.
Oh yeah, I wonder if his mother has snatch burn.
Oh my God, Mikhail, I gotta masturbate tonight. And you're throwing that out.
God, I guess I had the same look this morning when I heard it. This look of
God, it's
absolute utter
horrible.
pain.
This is
Yes, you're
fucking
so
horrible.
right, Dennis. Howard is jealous of Ray's slim, dehydrated.
Classic Ivanko, right? Ivanka, I
I
love
Never
you,
eat these turkey ever
Ivanka.
again.
Well, okay. So two things before we get to.
Cleaning out the computer.
And there was one more thing that happened on the show that I didn't pull the clip for it. He had this fake caller call in at like at the 2 hour and 2 minute mark.
Yeah.
And she basically was going, I haven't stopped laughing since you guys started the show. And
Really?
I mean, yeah, exactly. And I was just like, what show are you listening to? Because obviously it's not this one.
You know, a
I
lot
mean,
of people
2
pick on
hours.
us in the comments about, oh, you guys used to be such fans, and you know, such a hypocritical bullshit that you say it's not funny, and blah 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 blah.
not.
blah.
Well,
And what
no.
you're not getting is, I think that they were particularly referring back to the Columbine show from last week, where we were like, holy shit, you know, when he said this about the girls with their hands up in the air and whatever, and at the time that we probably thought it was funny because we thought
Don't
everything
speak for
Howard
me.
did
I
was
wasn't laughing.
funny.
Don't speak for me. Don't
But
tell
that's
me what I was
exactly
laughing
right.
about at the
I
time.
said
I
that-
wasn't a sociopath.
Hey,
was
that
the
show. I
19
said I was a
Tell me
huge
what I
fan
was
back then.
laughing at.
I didn't think that. I thought that was really weird shit he was talking about.
That
Yes,
was
I
really
think we
fucked
all
up.
did. I think
Like,
we all
so-
felt exactly the same
so
way. We all
eat
heard
a
it
dick, whoever said that.
live and all thought that it was a dick thing to say. So,
Ooh.
yeah. And yes, we did. And we always will admit to you guys that we were fans and that
Yeah.
we can't believe that we used
No
to
one's
laugh
fucking
at this
lying about
stuff
that
in the
shit.
past. But you know what? We've evolved. And that's why we don't really, really care for his
Speak for
commentary.
yourself.
Of evolving.
Martha
So what
Ray
happened
Stern.
to the? I'm gonna tell the Gilbert story when we come back.
Oh, that's right. That didn't happen.
Remember?
Right. Yeah, that didn't
Oh,
happen,
whoa,
actually.
whoa,
So,
we
so wait.
continued.
So a couple things before we clean out the computer. Call us at 252-GUNK RDO, not 0, RDO. So you can call us there and you can leave us a message, and it can be as silly as you want it to be. And yeah, okay, I don't even want to talk about that
Thinking
until
I got a
next
call
week because
from
I have a
China
funny
Doll
story
tomorrow.
about that phone number. And also don't forget to like and subscribe to us if you haven't done so already. And Bon Jovial wanted me to remind you guys that at John, our very first show
Chet
is going
Hayes?
to be rebroadcast on Saturday at 9 p.m. And these shows are called Gunk Worst, which is the worst of the gunk. And I know a lot of you will bitch and moan and complain about how horrible they are, and you still bitch and moan and complain about how horrible we are. So I guess we're no better than we were 5 or 6 years ago. But so this whole grouping will be called Gunk Worst. And it is God, I thought I had that intro for us, and
Chet
I think
Hayes.
I may have
It's got to
forgotten
be, right?
it.
Chet Hayes and Adam Levy and
Chet Hayes, I
Radar
think, was
Online.
what
That's
we
the first show.
first
That was
talked
the very
about
first show.
that first
Oh my God.
night.
Wow.
And there I was still working full time at the time, and I thought that I would I just bought the best equipment I could possibly buy, and I didn't know how to use it. And
it was 2015. It was just like
yeah, and I bought a new Mac, and I bought like all these mics, and I bought T-shirts
Thank
for
you,
all
Ida.
of us,
Ida.
and it was just like a really, really weird thing. I did find it. I'm gonna play the trailer for you guys really quickly.
Ida, can
Hold
you
on.
change your name to Ida Greenbacks officially? Just so we can.
What?
Can Ida change her name to Ida Greenbacks?
Oh, she absolutely needs to
once and
change
for
her name
all
to fucking
officially,
Ida
yeah.
Greenback. All right, here's the preview for Gunk Worst. If you haven't seen it yet, so here it is. Let me share my screen with you. Give me a second. Ay, Dios mío.
See?
Un momento, por favor. Share. Hello. Share screen. Okay. Chrome tab. Gunk Worst. Share. And
Or share
hold on,
the
I'm gonna make
mermaids.
Gonna make the whole thing. Here we go.
Welcome to RadioGunk. So RadioGunk is obviously based on...
Of course, it's gonna fuck up because that's what happens when I do things like this. Because I suck.
I think
Because
it's
everything
entirely...
I do.
What Howard was called as a child because he was such a gawky, ridiculously...
Oh, Jesus, I suck. I can't even listen to my voice. See how all of our voices changed? I think
Do you
my
want me to
voice has
play
even
it?
gotten deeper. I would love for you to play it, but I can't
Grace
even
is
get
gonna
it
want
to you in
residuals
time.
when he-
Oh darn. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
It's
suck
okay.
at this. Oh, I know how to do it. We'll come back to it. I can add it to my clip thing. You guys, listen. I do suck at this. I don't even know what else to say. It's just it just is. But I got
Welcome
nothing.
to the South, right, Tiger Lily?
Please, it's the
I'm
same
in
in
the-
the
I'm
north
in the
as it
sa-
is in the south. It's just like I can't get away from myself. The only place I ever had like really good whatever is in the city. It's the only time I've ever
wait.
had really
I'm in
good.
the South. I'm not in a city.
You're
In
really
Tampa,
close to me.
Dennis, it's different.
All right, here we go.
Welcome to RadioGunk. So RadioGunk is obviously based on what Howard was called as a child because he was such a gawky, ridiculously skinny girl.
We fell off the rails so hard. It was just like this incoherent babble, and it frightened us.
Oh, we stopped for a moment. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the pause.
Let's go to a break. Let's go to a 15-minute break.
It is a work in progress. It is a work in progress. Vintage!
Wickabout cream.
Very great. That was nice. It was nice.
God, does Grace sound like Nicole Wallace or what from MSNBC?
She does. Oh my God, that's
shit.
so right.
I can't get that out of my head.
Oh my God, you're so right about that. Yeah, okay, so Gunk Worst, it's coming on Saturday. Yeah, it's coming on Saturday at 9 p.m. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably come into the chat and embarrass myself to no end because I'm sure it was pretty freaking horrible. So Johnny had like a fun little thing that he is going to, I guess we got some mentions on, he loves to troll Opie. Opie always thinks
I'm
it's
not
me.
necessarily trolling him as much as I'm trying to facilitate a dialogue. I'm doing my own. Speaking of Depp, Donnie Brasco as you.
Did Ida
in
give
this
me
chat.
money?
Yeah, I had a greenbacks. That's why I said change it.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was right in the middle of. I see it up here on the top here. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Ida. I see it on the top here, and I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
We were talking about it a few minutes ago.
I wasn't paying attention because I was really focused on trying to run the goddamn show. Okay, so
Ida's
there's
your
that.
biggest fan, I contend. I believe that.
I love
with
Ida.
My heart and soul.
Ida, and I chat on Instagram all the time.
I sang a Billy Joel song for you on Instagram. I figured out it had like a voice message thing or whatever, so you need to hear that.
I saw that. I just saw that. I just saw that. I didn't. No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not listen to it. All right, so I don't know which is clip 1, which is clip 2, which is.
It's numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4.
That doesn't help me because I had to. Let me see. Opie is live with Jackie. Okay, I think this is the first one, so let's go here. No, there are no shows with a sober Grace.
Why can't Grace not be sober?
Okay, here we go.
You know.
RadioGunk, who does a lot of Howard stuff, they want me and you on their podcast. We should do it together.
Who are we talking about?
On the big screen, RadioGunk. They do a popular.
Hold on. I can.
Don't do that, Grandpa.
RadioGunk. That's what's her face. I used to. She actually came out. Michelle.
I forgot her name, but she's. I mean, she's been cool to me. I'm sure she's taking her shots, but in general,
she's great. She's really smart. She actually came to my show on Broadway.
And I think they like to call out Howard on a lot of his stuff. And she says,
I actually had a thing. How much did I show you the stuff I have in the garage at all?
Where you are right now?
Yeah,
of course.
I mean the detailed stuff. I don't think I. Because I gotta talk. I almost said her name, Michelle, Melinda.
Well, what do you want to show me? You got something? But anyway, she's saying that that Howard's a grandpa now, but he doesn't want anyone to know that or something. If that's true, congratulations. What's wrong with that?
To quote my old friend Richard Belzer, physical science has yet to come up with a unit of measurement that could express how little I give a shit.
I don't believe you.
That's great.
I guess what she's trying to say.
He's a grandfather? Does that mean Beth had a baby?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Jesus, dude.
Yeah, this is good. Everyone needs to
That's a
listen to
good
the whole
shot.
thing.
That was a good shot. I think basically what she's trying to say is that, for whatever reason, Howard doesn't want people to know that.
Look at Jackie's face.
But, I mean, he's got to be.
No, I'm sure he just doesn't want people to chase down his daughters and take pictures.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I don't know anything, but, come on. You do the math. If a guy's been around 40 years, he's not 25 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like Howard at all, but that seems like a nice thing for that family. So congratulations.
Absolutely.
Doing anything with that.
Congratulations. I wrote to him and said, happy birthday. And I just want you to know that I like your politics. I agree with him totally on his politics. Tom Suozzi is trying to get elected governor.
Yeah.
He asked me if I could help, and I don't know what I can do. Once upon a time, I could have helped, but he's a real good guy. And I actually forwarded his email to Howard.
That might be it, Monique. I can't remember where it goes.
Sure
and Howard,
he doesn't need to.
And it goes, there's 3 more. So it circles back, and he comes back to it, and he's obsessed with your name. He circles, and I keep. And by the way, I want to thank everybody in the chat. Gina Bubina was there. I think Scott Bala was there. I think Marta was there. There's other people. Stand up. You know who you are. You all.
I can't. I'm trying to get rid of the friggin' call us at 252 Gunk thing. What? And I'm trying.
I don't see it.
I don't see it's gone.
And they were pounding him with do Gunk, do Gunk, do Gunk. Everybody in the chat who was there. I think Two Masters. He's in everything. So.
You know how I feel about Opie at this point. It really just fucking annoys the shit out of me. But meanwhile he's not. And not that I've reached out, by the way. Just so you know, I've not.
He is looking like he just crawled from outside the BQE.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
He's looking a little rough there.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend.
To be fair, we're still waiting on Shuley to see so we can, our calendar doesn't go.
Well, all we need to do is get a bowling alley and we'll be set. He'll come right there. It's like putting on the bat signal.
Ken Bon Jovial drops in there.
Melinda, the benevolent dictator.
I'm never gonna let this go. Never gonna let this go. Just like Christina Brown. Just like Christina Brown.
That was pretty fucking funny. I must admit. All right, let's go to the next one because I'm sure that John get in some more. Huh?
I was going.
How old is Jackie? Just out of curiosity.
72.
Jackie's in his mid-70s.
72,
I
73.
thought he was older than Howard.
He is older than Howard.
He is
By
older
like
than
3,
Howard.
4 years.
Howard is what?
68. 68.
68. All right, here we go.
Gotcha.
Melinda with the UTI.
You know, you don't say that.
Now this radio gunk knows like more. It's crazy what she knows. Jackie, about Sterling John's lawsuit against Sirius XM Audio. He wouldn't know about that, I don't think. But she came up with the fact that you have some connection to Magic Johnson through Michigan State.
I went to Michigan State, and Magic Johnson went to Michigan State. And
Right.
either Peter or Paul from Peter, Paul, and Mary went to Michigan State. And
She's saying that you stayed in the exact room he did
I
10
made that
years
up,
prior.
I don't know. That's
funniest
something.
most
That's
annoying
something
shit.
that was created by somebody, but certainly not by me.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't find out he had gone there till years and years later.
Oh,
Our one connection to Magic Johnson was we
because they're going to
we
the
were on his show. You know about that?
I don't know. Do I?
Oh, now there's a story.
All right, let's go. We can finish with this.
Magic Johnson had a
Oh,
late
wait. Do we
night
need
show.
to listen to this?
It was terrible.
Yeah,
And
he's
he
just
would
going
do a
over
monologue.
He's telling
Right.
Opie about the
And
magic
it
hour
was
that we have to go
horrible.
over.
And every day, Howard would have Gary bring him the monologue, and he'd spend, just like the Jerry Lewis telethon, he'd spend endless amounts of time just ripping to shreds Magic Johnson's monologue. So Gary comes in one day and says, Howard, I don't know how to tell you this, but Magic Johnson wants you to come on his show. So Howard gives me and Fred the assignment. He says, you guys need to come up with a demand for us that there's no way Magic Johnson will do, and this way I can get out of going on the show. So me and Fred come up with the ridiculous idea. At the time, we had a band called The Losers.
Sure.
And because Howard's whole premise was, why do all these people, Keanu Reeves and the guy from the Buffalo Bills, all these guys want to have their band. But everybody that's in a band wants to sing, and every singer
Scott
wants to be
Balo.
on the radio. Everybody wants to do it. This guy wants to be, Tony Bennett wants to paint pictures. Everybody, it's creative.
Yeah, the
craziness.
comments are great.
But he couldn't comprehend that.
Yeah.
So he's like, any
Coming
idiot
out.
can have a band. So we had a band. And I actually named us. We were called The Losers. And Scott the engineer played drums, and Howard played keyboard, and I played guitar or bass, and Fred played guitar or bass. We played a song with James Brown. We played a song with Willie Nelson. I had the videotape of it. It's priceless. And when we played with James Brown, Gary played the trumpet. And he hadn't played it since third grade. It
I
is
remember that.
beyond priceless, right? So me and Fred come up with the idea that Howard will do the Magic Johnson show if the Losers can come on his show and play Wipeout, only when it gets to, the song Wipeout.
Yeah.
And then there's the drum
Right.
drum solo in between each verse.
Yeah.
Only instead of drum solo, we're going to have people fart.
Oh, Jesus.
And Gary comes in and says, Howard? He said, okay. So we flew out to California.
Oh my God, what am I listening to?
I don't know. We're listening to like old
we
age
fell
home.
into some
Wow.
some hole.
That was a big hole too.
Like Fudgicle says, oh my Christ, Jackie gets a goddamn point.
I mean, Jesus.
Jesus.
We're in Grey Gardens.
Jackie
Go on to
drags
3.
it-
Go on to 3.
Jackie drags it like a dog with no goddamn legs. I don't even understand what's going on with Xavier in the chat, and I really can't understand, nor do I know. So I'm sure I'm gonna get yelled at for not knowing the references, but I'm just
Loser.
gonna let it go. I am a loser, you know that. All right,
That's
let me go to the
Grandpa
next
Simpson.
He invites you. Go. I can't remember which one.
one. Number 2, number 3. Okay, I got it. Okay, here we go. Blizzard.
We're supposed to do a Magic Hour show in case you guys.
I know. I can't wait
got
for that.
senile.
Tell what's her name? What's her name? We will tell her we'd love to do her Radio Gunk show.
Me and you?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they go there. I know they came out to tape at my house. Why don't you tell her to come out and tape when you come here? We'll all have a big free for all.
Oh
That
my
could be
God, I
fun.
would do
We'll all
that.
do steaks. My thing is like, she's been trying to get me on that podcast for a while, and I think I talk about Howard too much, and I'm trying not to. But I have too many fucking unbelievable stories about the idiot. But I'm trying.
Yeah, as far as I know, that's all. You know, that it's so Howard centric. You know, I'll already if I do anything, all I hear is, "Oh, you're still living off of Howard." You know, I'm doing a podcast. You're living off of Howard.
Right,
you know,
right.
If I'm doing TikTok, telling my old jokes, you're living on. You know.
Yeah.
I can't escape that. You know,
No.
so I don't care.
All right.
But then people get angry if you don't have an opinion or if you don't get mad or like who cares?
Yeah. All right.
Go ahead. Whatever you were gonna say.
I was gonna let you go, but you called me out. So.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the last one. Hang on a
Holy
second.
shit!
What happened?
I'm exhausted. I don't know. I'm a little exhausted from that.
I'm in a fever dream right now.
Jesus Christ!
I
I
really
feel like the
lost
food
control.
poisoning I had on Saturday night at this point. God.
Okay, this is the last clip, so I'm
Oh.
sure there's something else on here. You know what it
Kill
is?
me.
Radio Gunk being on their feed is kind of like being the only caller into like the Stern Show. It's
Yeah.
like you're like his Bobo, It's like
No, he had a decent. Because Jackie was on, they had a decent chat. It was rocking and rolling. I thought. I came in late.
I'm not going anywhere alone, but don't you think it would be fun to go out there and do a show from out there?
Yeah, of course.
I think it would be awesome.
Dennis thinks you should too.
I think I'll invite
Dennis, aren't you
Casey.
supposed to be a big Jackie fan? Why don't you want to hear him?
I would.
Strange. You're a little curmudgeon with Jackie. Aren't you supposed to be? That's your name.
I'll go with
I love
KC.
Jackie's
I
one of
don't
my
get it.
favorite. He's one of
Well,
my.
then why don't
he
you
was
wanna hear
my
from him?
favorite. No, he was one of my favorite people on the show, and I love every second of it. So I don't understand what you're talking about.
I don't know. Yeah.
No, I honestly, I mean, I would almost want to fly there just so I could go there.
Absolutely. That's why I'm playing it.
I would go with Casey. Casey would protect me to the ends
Oh,
of
that's
the
a
planet.
great idea.
I'm the
Bring him.
74-year-old man.
He's the real security.
Exactly. No, I mean if it was Opie and Jackie, but Jackie, Jackie usually has like friends over because he's very social and
Yes.
he lives in a beautiful spot. It's just absolutely stunning, you guys. Really, just absolutely stunning. And he has lots of friends, and
it's a
so he
great
lives
spot.
kind of like a very beach type of lifestyle. And people are kind of coming and going all the time. And he has a lot of fucking pot, so that's what he's always like kind of good at. All right, so let's look at the last clip for this. Here we go.
I'm smoking.
Can't
Just
hurt
says
me.
goodbye.
But
I'll get my
Monique,
dick
wow,
Wow,
that's
what's
fun.
he doing?
Monique, we will get together. We'll definitely get together.
And there's the sun going down over the Hudson River. Jackie, thank you so much, brother.
Bye,
They
Jackie.
can't hurt me. But Monique,
I got this
Wow,
already. All right,
that's
goodbye,
fun.
goodbye, Jackie.
Well, he finally
Monique,
remembered your name.
we will get together.
Bye,
We'll
Jack,
definitely
please.
get together.
I'm sorry.
There's the sun going down over the Hudson River. Jackie, thank you
rid of
so
him.
much, brother.
I can't get him.
Hey, we're stuck at seriously. It's like a ring of hell at this point. Dante wrote about this. This is really bad.
Oh my God!
This
help
is so
me.
bad that Howard's going to do a wrap-up show on this show.
Watch the second hour tomorrow. They'll be talking about this.
John, I really don't know how you find the motherfucking time to do what you're
That was
doing
some
and then
Fridays
do this.
off. That was a Friday.
Some
I was
Fridays
just
off.
playing around looking for something, and I saw he was, and I jumped on, and there was like 6 people that were in there at the time. And so, let me go undercover as you and see what happens.
Shellback
John,
Club.
how many hours are there in
Yes.
your day?
How much,
You clearly have more than 24.
Yeah,
my
really.
circadian rhythm has been torn limb from limb in the last 3 weeks. But sometimes
Dude, I have no
we
idea
have
how
been
you're
talking
even-
about doing a marathon gunk session. If ever
We
you
talk
could
about
pull
that all
off,
the
it is
time.
look at what we're
I
doing.
feel like I'm
today.
in it now.
You know, it's so funny. Poor Xavier. If he can get like 6 hours of sleep, he's like the happiest boy in the whole goddamn world.
I don't know how you do it, man.
And I don't know how John can go like
a fucking machine.
And then Dennis is up with the fucking roosters, you know,
Yeah.
because he has to be. And I just can't even imagine doing it. I just don't. Yeah, so the girls are thinking of doing like a thing this summer, and I will try and get that together. But yeah, you know, if one of you can take the helm on that, I will definitely, you know, if you build it, I will come. We'll go hang out at the bar with Grillo, and we'll just we'll talk about shit.
Will you bring Grillo to Jokeland? Again?
I would bring. Yeah, you know what?
He's a good facilitator. Grillo's a fun guy. He's a good facilitator.
You could tell the rollerblading story again.
I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure they're talking to each other.
Should we just check the calendar and get the fuck out of here?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Was there something? Was there
I don't know. I just like hearing that. It makes me laugh.
Was there something to talk about with that? I wasn't really even sure.
Let's go to the calendar. April.
Doesn't get old. It just doesn't get old, and I don't know why.
It's not getting old anytime soon.
And I don't know why.
And you know what? I'm dying for Monday because it'll be May.
Oh my God! And I have to fucking remind him. I have to remind him to do May. So here we are on our work calendar. And true to form, he was off for the entirety of last week. We are on the 25th. Obviously, this is from 2021. But I will update it when we get to the summer break, just so we can see where we're at that point. So we are in a stellar week after a week off, by the way. So we have 2 more days this week, and then 369, 9 shows, and then 2 weeks off, and then 369, 12 shows, and then that's it until September. So yeah, that's all we got. And
24 more shows till September.
It's amazing how it's all flipped. Like I just can't wait for him to be off. And I used to rue the day when he was off. And
you remember those days when you would tune in on Monday?
Yeah, and
it would be like
the
ambiguous.
And now I love when he's off.
and it would take you like maybe like to the first commercial.
Yep.
There are many times now where we're not even really sure that he's live or not because it's so
absolutely.
What is done now is that the only difference, and you have to catch it, is at 6:56 a.m. they actually announce Howard Stern live.
They put it up on the it up on the screen.
But no, they announce it. But when it's not live, there's no announcement at 6:56 a.m. So
that's the only difference.
That's the only difference, and he has done that. That is completely consistent. They actually even do the Great American Nightmare. I mean,
the horrible version of it this morning.
Oh my
too.
God,
Jesus Christ!
I mean that, and he was so proud. He was so proud of that disaster because they had Nowicki was playing guitar and Richard Christie was playing drums on a 1/8 speed frigging The Great American Nightmare.
Right, it was horrible this morning.
It just dragged on. It was 5 minutes long.
Yeah, it was awful. Radio Gaga just reminded us. Thank you, Billy Corgan and Perry Farrell are on Wednesday.
So it is Wednesday.
Very timely, you know. Billy Corgan, of course, you know, has had so many amazing hits since 1994.
Yeah. He's on once a year too. He's on every.
And
year.
Jane's Addiction is just all the kids are just running around.
Have you seen Perry's face lately?
No, why?
He's one of those little Catwoman.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah. Pretty close to it.
Bad plastic surgery, huh?
Real Housewives of Jane's Addiction. Let's put it that way.
Because he can't even say his name right though. He calls him Perry Farrell. Perry Farrell.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Is that bad?
Yeah.
Oh my God! I'm gonna share it right now. Hang on.
He looks
a second.
pretty
Let me just
beat.
get back. Wow.
He would even scare Robert Smith.
Oh my God.
The running back.
Yes.
That is Robert
yes.
Smith disease for sure.
From the,
Jesus Christ, I had
Vikings.
no idea.
Yeah, remember that guy?
Check it out,
Vikings.
guys.
Hey, Greek.
We're going.
Told you.
Holy shit!
That's Howard's
Oh,
dream.
look at the one,
cheekbones.
like second one down to the left. Look at that. Is that not like the Catwoman? I don't know what it is.
Oh dear God.
Oh, dear God.
What happened? I mean, what? Whoa.
His face.
If I make it home tonight, but
He messed with his nose and everything. I mean.
Yeah, he looks horrible.
Horrible.
He looks like a Bruce Jenner in training.
I don't even know what to say about it. I mean, he was
It's
never
really-
like a looker by any stretch of anyone's
but he was
imagination.
normal
typical
looking.
Los
That
Angeles
is-
guy.
I mean, look
that
at him
is-
next to Chris Cornell. Jesus, fuck, that's like, well, that's really night and day.
Well, that's
Holy shit.
before he even messed his face up even more. Because
Yeah, because
there
this is a
some-
god, and this is some weird
He's
little
going
troll-like
that
man.
wanted dead or alive route.
Yeah.
Because
Brutal.
that picture down there with the scarf, that's some
fucking
Nosferatu kind of shit there.
It is.
Wow.
Jesus, I didn't know. Wow. Okay, well, I'm sure Howard will say nothing about it.
Well, his face.
Yeah, they talk about how great he looks and how handsome he is.
He looks
Right, and so slim.
manly.
Exactly.
Frankenstein on meth. Nice.
Exactly.
Did you know your name sounds like Peripheral?
What?
No, sorry. Howard
Perry got a
just stating
Jocelyn
obvious.
Witherspoon facelift. Yes, exactly right.
So
All
what
right,
was the
so
last-
we're
what was the
done.
last-
It's 2
what
hours.
was- what was oh God? What was the last hit that they actually had? Jane's Addiction.
We
Caught
don't
stealing.
care. Jane says.
It was Ritual of the.
I actually like Tahitian Moon.
It was from Ritual
Pirates.
of the Habitual, and it was Caught Stealing. That was the last.
Pets.
Oh my
In fact, it was
God.
pretty much the
Oh,
only
we
hit they had.
make great pets.
No, that's Porno for Pyros.
Yeah, that's Porno for Pirates. Totally different band.
Yep.
Jesus.
All right, we're gonna leave you. It's been 2 hours. It's been 2 hours, way too long, and John is on a bender, and so we may as well take advantage of his manic state right now. So we love that he's on for
Actually,
7
let's do this.
Do I sound like I'm on Adderall, sped
Hey, Mo.
up with a
What, babe?
Let's all
Yeah.
sign out and leave John on. See how long he'll just keep going.
Hey, you want to continue this Stern chat? You
It'd
want
be
to
like
eviscerate
3 a.m.
Howard tomorrow in the
He's still
Deppening?
going.
Feel free. I'm all over. Anything you want to do with Howard, and that always goes.
Yes,
It's
the
always
link to the
open
Deppening
gym.
is in the show notes below this show. So we will bid
the
you
dead
adieu,
spots.
and I got puppies to walk. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so that you know when we're going to have a new show. Thanks.